I see the streaming soon screen and I see the overlay of the talking people. Yeah. I see a sneaky dab.
Am I muted? Why am I muted? What's going on? Everything's fine, guys. Shiny can hear me because Shiny's in the Discord chant with me, but I muted myself through Discord, through the OBS. So, for Chaos Rising, a lovely way so we spell chaos. Everything's fine. I didn't break everything. Okay, we're rehashing of what I just said. How was everyone's New Year's? Did everyone do a dab on the stroke of midnight, just like I totally definitely did? That's the best way to bring in the New Year's. Was your New Year's exciting? Was it absolutely mundane? We gotta know. Oh, you're very welcome. I like that. Is that a name of a game series or something? The Chaos Rising? I don't know. That seems familiar. Or is it totally of your invention? I slept through it as I had to work the next day. I know you did. That's okay, though. The last time we streamed, we had a catastrophe. An epic catastrophe. Sort of, kind of like what just happened now. Except I didn't have myself muted. Twitch muted the chat. You know? It was terrible. Your name predates that game. I thought there was a game about the same name. Is the banana rising? Well, if your banana is rising, this sounds mildly inappropriate, CT. I don't say that again. Bad.
No, better not.
Bad. I lit 10 fireworks at once, then due to malfunction was shot by one. You got shot by a rocket? I need to sleep. Hold on, guys. Hold that thought. You don't share the thoughts. I have to hold it because I need to sleep before bad things happen. Things keep trying to kill me in Minecraft, guys. I don't know why, but everything wants to kill me. Every time I step foot on the ground, the undead rises from their graves to try to bring me back under. And that's not how I want to start my new year. Just about a scratch. I did the spoons and pillow ritual to get all the good luck for the new year. I hope so. Gotta remember your spoon and pillow ritual. Did you do the hokey pokey perfectly? I hope so. That's the important part. And Twitch was very bad for the first day of the year. I thought so. I know we had a stream earlier. I can't remember if that was after the new year or before. But we had some issues, of course, with that stream. Everything went kaput. It all failed in a spectacular fashion. So we're going to pretend that stream didn't happen. Thank you for sharing all my links. You know, it shares so much information that my little box can't even share it all. The little Twitch box on my screen. The one that says what's happening in chat. Nightbot, we need to teach you how to be more concise. That's something I need to do. I need to fix that command, so it just shares one of those links every once in a while. Instead of all of them at the same time, just smacking them in your face. Okay. I thought it was nighttime, but it looks like it's not nighttime. I'm confused. Why Minecraft do this to me? I will never know. But we're gonna assume everything's fine. Okay, it's let's go open to the stream screen. Why not? So you can see my struggles. I should be able to sleep right now, right? Or maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe it needs to be 1 pixel shorter, guys. Come on. Just let me nap. I see this every time I sleep here, but you know what? I take naps during the day in real life all the time. Why can't I do it in Minecraft, you know? Why does my guy have to wait to the pixel-perfect place of the sun to take a nap? I don't know. That doesn't sound like a very healthy sleep schedule to me. Or maybe it's a perfectly healthy sleep schedule, because you're supposed to stay consistent. Grammarly for night. Exactly. We gotta have another bot or an AI teach our other AI how to properly send messages to chat. Because spam and links, I mean, it might have been good a year ago, but we gotta fix him up. So it's a little bit more concise. It says like, oh, this is your Twitter. Post lots of cheese there. Probably should go check it out. Cheese of the day. Did you redeem cheese of the day? Okay, what's today's cheese of the day? That's the real question, guys. What's today's cheese of the day? You know, last night, I ate some delicious Munster cheese on an egg sandwich, right? And it was really, really good. So today's cheese of the day is definitely gonna be Munster. My favorite cheese. Of all the cheeses, it's the best. I might be biased because I've ate it all my life, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta stand up for the cheese you believe in. So today, we are, how do I put this? We have come across a terrible tragedy. One that few can fathom. And it's not the fact that the Wandering Trader doesn't have the blocks I'm looking for. It's something far worse. We've lost a dear friend. A friend like no other. One that sat idly in the background, making sure that we got from place to place safely and happily. Unfortunately, it was Grieg. And today, we're going to have to celebrate Greg's funeral. Because he did not make it. Okay, I gotta make sure I hit all the right buttons. Gotta make sure all the buttons are pressed. You can't hear me, yes? Hopefully. I mean, it wouldn't be as an exciting funeral if we just sat solemnly and stared quietly at the casket, would it? Let's see here. Is celebrate the right word? Well, I prefer to celebrate the life of those who have passed, rather than the death. Because it is the life that had the most impact on our lives. And so, I think it is only right that we celebrate poor, poor Greg's life. As you can see here, if I hit the right button. Which I always hit the right button. Forgot to add my source for my voice, but that's okay. As you can see here, poor Greg did not make it. He was lost to the sands of time well before his time was up because he wanted a drink of some delicious spicy orange juice. I don't think a horse could fit in a 2-1 old Fearless. What did you do with its legs? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. No, don't worry. The horse has comfortably been folded like a pretzel into his grave, so everything is fine. Well, I mean, he was burned in spicy orange juice, so there's not much left, unfortunately, of our boy Greg. Yes, he didn't. He took a dip in the spicy orange juice. He got really thirsty. I went to check the walls, and he did not make it. It happened during Jade's stream a couple days ago. Probably a week ago now. As you can see, what happened? Cbones! Cbones! Thank you. Oh my gosh, Cbones. Oh, Cbones. Just the ashes. Don't think about it too much. He might do the same to you. Oh no. So we lost a hero. He ferried us around the server whenever we didn't have the means to transport ourselves with Elytra. So let's go back to the mainstream screen. And thank you so much for the donation, T-Bones. I think we missed the alert in the stream, but thank you. That will go towards the funeral service, right? Exactly. The donation goes to for Greg's funeral service. We're not supposed to be laughing. This is a solemn moment. This is very serious. We have lost Greg. How can we go live on without our boy Greg? That's why we need to have his funeral, and that's why I invited a friend over. Hold on, I need to, I wanted to do something. Cbones' donation has reminded me that he actually resubbed while we were away 2 days ago. I would have normally streamed 2 days ago, but I didn't because of issues that can persist through all space and time. I did notice that he resubbed for 11 months. I don't think that was in a stream, so I wanted to replay it, but I can't find it for some reason. I don't see it. Twitch says it happened 2 days ago, but I don't actually see the notification in my Streamlabs. It's completely oblivious. But just know that Cbones did resub for 11 months, which was very kind. Thank you so much, Cbones. Same day, there are very few different sentences before the tragedy of comedy, so laughing might be fitting. Maybe it is. Maybe we're laughing at the joy Greg brought us in his life. It's just the... Exactly, it's just the ashes. I can actually show you the place where he died. Hold on, I need to hit a button. There we go. So many buttons to hit today, guys. I'm not sure I can manage. There are just so many of them. Okay, let's see. So, unfortunately, Greg has been lost. And we can actually go to the place where he was slain. Excuse me, reverse Mr. Fearless. The mirror mister. I mean, look at him. Look how pretty he is. Definitely not anything wrong with his face. And over here is actually where he perished. He was not too far from the stable, and I was inspecting the spicy orange juice quality, of course. We got to make sure it's excellent quality here at the Elysium Hotel for all our beautiful, beautiful guests. And unfortunately, when I got off, he sprinted right into the lava. Poor Greg didn't see it coming. He was just a little thirsty. I was talking about how beautiful and delicious it was, and he jumped right in and died pretty much right there. I jumped on him and tried to get out, and you can actually see where I damaged some of the wall trying to get out myself because I jumped on him. And when I jumped on him, he immediately died because he had a really low health pool. And then I jumped out, trying desperately to escape. Yes, this is the scene of the crime, guys. This is where our boy Greg was slain. A terrible tragedy. I am not sure how we're going to make it on without him. He was the man, the fella. Oh, I guess man is not the right word. The fella that ferried us across the server whenever we were unable to use our Elytra. He made so many trips, saw so many sights on this beautiful world we call Snackville. But unfortunately, he was lost before his time. And that's why we have come here to celebrate his funeral with our boy, Reverse Mr. Fearless, who also had a connection to Greg of unspeakable qualities. That's why he doesn't speak very much. So today, we are going to bring some of the words that viewers like you guys have decided to say at this solemn funeral. So let me go into my notes here and see if we can bring up some tears with the great words of encouragement that have been brought forth for our boy Greg in these trying times. He was like a father to me. I loved him like a son, said CT. That was his words. In memory, Greg, I used my Elmer's glue to make a macaroni picture of him, says Kimber Cakes. I mean, sorry, this is a serious moment. He could swim like his cousin Greg the salmon. Someone should have told him, not in the spicy orange juice from Sköll. I loved Greg as horse, and I love him again as glue even more, said CT. For Greg, I will go to the next brony convention in his memory and in his honor, said Camber Cakes. Greg, only Sköll loved him enough to name him, says Hatter. Now, a few moments of silence. Wait, do we have any more? Hold on. No. A few moments of silence to remember our fallen hero. And now, to remember him as he was, Greg may be dead, but long live our boy Lampshade, because we got a brand new horse to replace him immediately. I mean, this is what Greg would have wanted. A new journey has begun. A new chapter in the lives of people here on Slackville. We now have our boy Lampshade. My name tags aren't working, but trust me, he's Lampshade. You're just wondering who Greg was until the stream.
Hanging here.
We honor Greg's memory by riding Lampshade off into the sunset. Yes, we are moving on. Wondering who Greg was? No, everyone knows who Greg was. He was a hero, remembered by all. His memory will live on forever. That's some Lampshade hanging there. Don't worry, you know, I was sad because we had lost the cheese armor, but I just happened to find a brand new pair somewhere. So it's fine. Lampshade is also a tad bit faster than Greg, so maybe we are better off without Greg. I mean, Greg, you will be remembered for all the good you have done. Thank you so much for your service. Long live Lampshade. Okay, we got to, I guess put him away. I wanted to go over there, but, I don't want to lose Lampshade the same way we lost Greg. We gotta teach Lampshade that life is better living without spicy orange juice. Spicy orange juice tends to hurt. The king is dead, long live the king. Exactly! Greg is dead, long live Lampshade. Hopefully Lampshade has more success swimming in the juice. He also has I didn't show you, but he has a little bit of a higher health pool than Greg did. So we should not struggle as much. Do I have an Electron? I do. Why am I not flying? Why is flying so hard? That's what we got. I was going to say Greg. That's why we got Lampshade here. Lampshade, our hero. So you can see his health is a bit bigger. I think Greg only had 8 health hearts. Cannon, I'm sorry. You just missed Greg's funeral. But that's okay. I recorded it for posterity. I want you all to remember Greg, and if anyone makes fan art of Greg, I will post it on Twitter. So we can remember Greg as he was. He was just a horse, living his best life, wearing the cheese armor. Moving at the speed of sound. Farts? Farts! Greg didn't fart. Maybe Lampshade does. Ow. Okay, we gotta sleep. Fan arts, yes! The fart folder. Cheesy jokes. I think Greg would have wanted you to redeem cheesy jokes so we could remember him in the best light. So let's scroll down deep into the pits of my DMs to find that long list of cheesy jokes that someone sent me one time. Where are they hiding? You know, that's what I ask myself every day. Where are all the cheesy jokes hiding? Practically invisible. That's how good they are. Did I hear a horse fart? No. Horses don't fart. Silly. Hey, do something else. I don't know where to take that one. Did you hear about the guy who forgot to use the colander when making mac and cheese? His wife got him a restraining order. Because you gotta strain your mac and cheese. Horses don't fart. Of course they don't. They are majestic beasts that will live on in our memories. Particularly the one named Greg. Okay. And it's Greg would have wanted, and apparently these chickens... Where are you going? Chickens on a mission. Okay. I don't know where they're going, but they have a mission. I don't get it. I think I'm uncultured. Well, if your cheese is uncultured, you may have problems because you need a cultured cheese. Okay. So, I think today we're going to work on our beautiful hotel here, as you can see. Right now we're in RTX. And you know what they say? RTX best TX? What do the chickens know that we don't? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Maybe they just came from Greg's funeral, you know? But today we're going to work on this wonderful building in front of us. Because we have a lot of work to do. Those chickens look sus? They did! Speaking of sus, I think I want to do an Among Us stream. Been thinking about it for a while. We get the bot ready. We got some mechanical things that we need to work out. But other than that, I think an Among Us stream is on the horizon. That'll be our community event for the beginning of this month. And we'll still do a building event. What? 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 What is this? I think you died. I didn't die. I'm right here. Okay, guys. We might be in danger. We gotta watch out. Was Fearful trapped in Greg's body? Was Fearful trapped in Greg's body? Yeah, totally. That's what happened. Ding Dong the Witch. Dr. Fearful is dead. I don't know if he could be held at bay for long. I don't know. I don't know what this means. We need to take this seriously. If you see anything suspicious, you gotta let me know. Because we're trying to work on this beautiful, beautiful, cheesy building here. And we can't do that if we're being hunted. We gotta watch out. What's the command to check the mirror again? Exclamation mark mirror? Is my stream like freaking out again? Spy cows? Spy cows. I know, they're watching out to make sure you're not eating beef. Your favorite book flips to the ground straight out of the mirror. You pick it up and notice all the words are backward. Does anyone have a mirror handy? Oh, wait. Looks like you're going to have to read your favorite book in the very mirror it came out of. Let's hope nothing else crawls in the mirror while you're enthralled in your beautiful book. There's an invalid numbers. It's been saying that for a while. I think we need to repair our Dr. Fearful detector. Because we might be in trouble. Dr. Fearful seems to have revamped his efforts in the new year. Fawn looks into the mirror, and it shatters. I'm sorry, Fawn. Minus 100 to charisma. I can actually read mirrored words. Mets boy looks into the mirror and spots the world's greatest ice cream. You reach out to grab it, but you fall into the mirror. Oh no! How will you escape the mirror dimension? Mets boy. You've been trapped! You've been bamboozled! You've been captured by the mirror. Nether? There's a 3% chance for a demonic nether cabin. How do we defend against such a threat? How did we defeat him last time? This fiend of epic proportions. I can't even admire my beautiful handiwork here in our villager area with all our beautiful stairs and chisel bricks. You know, I still don't know what to do with the roof. I think about doing a stone brick, but I was actually thinking maybe we could do dark oak up there, you know? Bring in some wood. Cheesy apples! Maybe that's the weakness, right? He's a doctor. So the only weakness is cheese. And apples, of course. You know what they say, a doctor a day keeps the apple away? No. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, there we go. An apple a day. Exactly. So, maybe we need to stock up on apples. Because Mr. Fearless is not going to have anything to do with this evil fiend, Dr. Fearful. Okay, so we got our quartz. I'm actually going to come here and check if we have any more quartz lying around. We got some cheese. We need to protect the cheese! He could be after the cheese. We can't leave that sitting around. We got to keep that in inventory at all times. Think of the cheese. You know how they say, think of the children. No, not in this case. You think about the cheese. Because if the cheese is taken, how will we make cheesy apples? We'll be vulnerable. See, a well-aimed apple can keep anyone at bay. That's true. If you chuck an apple at sufficient velocities, I think that you can keep any fiend away. You know? Just have an apple... Maybe we need to build an apple grenade launcher. Is there room in your ender chest for the cheese? No, unfortunately not. My ender chest is full up with other things. We don't got a cheese section. I think we actually might have a cheese section. Yes, we do have a cheese section, but that one cannot store the extra cheese we have been gifted. This was actually a Christmas present from Mr. Hatter, who is a very kind soul and got me lots of cheese. Okay. So we got our mozzarella and our beautiful room here. Like I said, I think we want to cover the roof in dark oak, right? We got this nice little curve going on with the stone, and most of the area is stone or quartz, but bring in a little bit of wood, a little bit of color. It's not a bad deal. We have the spruce here, the spruce trapdoors. We can always switch those out for half chocolate bars, you know, the dark chocolate, and then put some more dark chocolate on the roof, or we can go spruce, or we go spruce, dark oak. You know, we got a couple options. I don't think we want to use prismarine. I was thinking prismarine's a nice blue color, or a green-ish color, but I don't know if that would look good here, right? I'm trying to think of slams that have color, and there are not many of them. It's either wood or something like prismarine, right, that has color in it. And I was thinking that wood would obviously be the better choice. And with the stone here, a nice dark contrast with some dark chocolate might be delicious up there, you know? And we can do the same thing to the floor. We can put in a floor pattern and then mirror that pattern on the ceiling, you know? And then this area would be done. One of the other things we need to do here is we need to do surgery on the village here because we got these beds. Excuse me, you're in my way. We got these beds here. Shepherd Tamer is coming into the raid! It's a raid! Make a ceiling mural of Greg. Yes. Maybe we should make a memorial to Greg. Or a mural in memoriam of our boy Greg. The lost hero of this generation. Died before his time. Poor Greg. I'm glad we had the funeral earlier. Welcome in, Raiders! How was the stream? There we go. Thank you for the shout out, Mr. Skull. How was your stream, Shep? What were you up to today? You were playing Minecraft. Were you playing Java or Bedrock? Shep Raid says Diver Cat. Welcome in, Diver Cat. Who else do we got? Xander Jiggles. Shep Raid with little Shep hypes. Ooh, I like that one so much. That's a nice one. I hope you had a fantastic stream, Mr. Tamer. Tell me all the things. What were you up to? What were you accomplishing? And for the viewers of Mr. Shep, you gotta let me know how amazing of a streamer this Shepherd Tamer fella is. Because I hear he's pretty cool. Skull just woke up for a nap. That's the best time to wake up. We was grand. We did some creative things to prep for my LP. Anyway, yes, it was on Java. So you're playing Best Ava? Nice. Well, I hope it went fantastically. I like to dabble in creative from time to time for my own Let's Play world. But we're here on Slackville today. Plated Survival. We just got finished mourning the greatest hero of this generation, our horse Greg, who unfortunately, did not make it. If we could show the picture once more. Let's see here. Unfortunately, he died to spicy orange juice. Now, we all know how deadly spicy orange juice is and how delicious it looks. But because it glows is probably a good sign that it's too spicy. And Greg went in for a sip and unfortunately did not make it back out alive. So today we celebrated his funeral only moments ago. The life that Greg led was absolutely beautiful. And thankfully, Greg's heir, Lampshade, will take up the mantle of the greatest horse to live of all time, who has a higher health pool and is slightly faster than Greg was. Okay, let's go back to stream. There we go. So, back into Minecraft. I was just saying, I was working on this beautiful villager trading area, right? We got some ceiling work to do and some floor work to do. And Metsboy had a beautiful idea that we could memorialize Greg, the greatest hero of our generation, the horse that will continue living in our hearts and minds, on the ground here and in the ceiling, and sort of a mirror it on both, right? So we can have a little bit of a design pattern there, rather than just a flat ceiling. And I think that would look beautiful. It might be a little bit difficult because I'm not sure how high up the surface is from here, right? So you can see there's little bits of dirt there, signifying that we're getting close to the surface. We should have enough space to maybe play with full blocks. And we can do the same here, right? If we wanted to bring in some color, some cheese, because of course he wore cheese armor. He was a noble warrior. and only wore the shiniest of cheese. We could bring in some browns for the color of his mane. Stuff like that. That's not a bad idea. But one of the other issues we need to tackle, of course, here in our cute little villager trading area, is the walls. So we got these walls where the villagers are done, right? We got the nice stone with chiseled and the stairs. But here and here, on the two opposing walls, we just got stone. This is our entrance. We're going to make that a little bit more grand. But over here is the real trouble. This is where the conundrum lies, my peeps. Okay? We got these beds here. Now, before I designed this room, the plan was to have the beds one block back into the wall, close enough to the villagers so they could connect to it, but far enough away that we couldn't notice them. And that was before I added this little staircase here. And when I added that, we sort of intersected where I had the beds. So the plan is, we're not going to do this right now, because villagers are always a headache, but we're going to move these beds back. We're going to first place the beds over there and then remove these, hoping that the villagers reconnect the beds. Otherwise, we're going to have to do some more villager finagling, because I don't like the beds poking out here. Things like cats keep crawling under there because they can fit, and then they stand up and they suffocate, or they get stuck, or other things happen that are not so nice. So everything's here, but this is one block further back, so we can actually play the wall here. So that's the plan. Why are you still wearing your Christmas skin? Everyone knows you don't take down your Christmas decorations until the 4th of July. That's just how it be, guys. And I do love the sweater. I am a clothed fearless today. Usually I am bare naked. Or maybe I'm wearing like a cheese suit or something. I'm not sure. Make me make you a new skin. What? A New Year's skin? New Fearless? New Year, New Fearless? So that is where we're laying today. Actually, I would love to put a building of some type on top of here. So we got the, this little staircase coming up from our villagers. This is actually visible from my beautiful hotel, which is what we're working on today. And I would love to put something here to signify where this is. Because I sometimes get lost and forget where it is. And it would also make the villagers a little bit safer if there was a building with doors rather than the trapdoor thing. I know mobs can't pass through that on Bedrock, but you never know, okay? Maybe they'll invent teleporting techniques and be able to make their way into there. I mean, Endermen do it all the time. What's stopping a baby zombie riding a chicken from learning teleportation? I'm just saying. What if they had an ender pearl in their offhand? So we gotta shore this up one of these days and put a little building here. I was thinking we could put a mini version of the hotel here. Like a little baby temple in Greek mythology, because we're basing this based off Greek mythology. In the Greek world, they had temples of all sorts of sizes, from small to big. They also had statues, right, as well. And I was thinking we could either put a little mini temple on top of it, right, sort of mirroring this one as like an outbuilding of this building, or I could put a statue. And I think either one of those ideas could be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for the sub, Shiny. 8 months of shiny. Time does fly. It really does. You blink, and it's been 1,000 years, Before you know it, it's been 8 months of having an amazing shiny on our team. And a part of the Fearless family. Thank you so much. Let's give you some cheese for that one. Emotes, cheese. There we go. Look at that. Look at those advanced technologies. Thank you so much, Shiny. Hoping you're having an amazing day. Did I miss any chat messages while I was monologuing? Okay, we gotta run, because there's undead after me. Before I know it, there'll be cows climbing up from their graves trying to reclaim me for eating beef patties. I mean, Canada keeps telling me they're spies, but what if they're spies for the undead? You never know. Okay, let's go take a nap. I'm feeling nap time right now. Could you build a temple to my Lord and Savior Dionysus? I suppose we could. We could make it the little temple to the Greek god of wine. I was thinking of building a bunch of little buildings around here. This is not going to be the only building, of course. We're going to have this, and then its mirror counterpart, Tartarus, which is going to be a destroyed version of this, made out of black stone and all that. I think it's going to look beautiful. It's going to be totally damaged. It's a Tartarus in Greek mythology was the prison where all the Titans, which were the Greek gods' parents, kind of, sort of, were kept, right? The Greek gods beat the living, beat them to a living pulp, and then banished them to Tartarus inside of the underworld. And that's also where all the bad people in Greek mythology go, right? If you're not such a good guy, you go to Tartarus as a recompense for being a bad person. You're stuck there forever. So I think this will be a perfect spot for Tartarus. I was measuring it. I think the lava river is a little close, but we could have like Tartarus going over the lava river somewhat, and then having this side damaged as if the lava sort of ate into the exterior wall. I think that'd be really cool. Having lava pouring down from some of the sides, lots of an absence of greenery. We're gonna have to remove all these trees, of course. Tartarus does not have greenery at all. So we sort of a dead area. And of course, there's going to be prison cells instead of hotel rooms. Because on the opposite side, the building that we have done some progress on is the Elysium Hotel, of course, right? It's Elysium's where all the good people went in Greek mythology. Usually the best warriors, right? They sort of had a different idea of what good and bad was, right? Good what necessarily didn't mean you were pure of heart or something strange. It meant you were... Well, I mean, actually, it probably did mean you were pure of heart. Just not like a good person. You were a good warrior or honorable or loyal. Those kind of people went to Elysium, right? And then all the losers, all the regular people went to the asphodel plains, right? The asphodel plains are like this empty nothingness inside of Hades or the underworld. And that's what this is. This is the asphodel maze, right? So we have these different areas themed after the Greek parts of hell. And of course, the lava river, the spicy orange juice that poor Grieg did not make it in, he took a dip and did not make it, is the river Styx, the river Hate. It's the entrance into the underworld. It's food's time. CT has reminded me yet again that we need to ask the ultimate question, the greatest question of all time. What is everyone eating for dinner today? What is on the menu for all you fine folk out there? Yes. Fearless DMs. Okay, let me double check. That would be beautiful. I would love that. I would love that. Feel free to do it and DM me. You're right. As Sköll has pointed out, this was for heroes, Elysium. Regular people went to the Asphodel Plains if you did not achieve anything spectacular in life. And villains went to Tartarus, right? That's probably the best way to say it. Heroes went to Elysium. Nobodies, like you and me, probably went to the Asphodel Plains. And villains went to Tartarus, right? Villains in the stories. So, and in Greek mythology, these were actually places you could travel to, supposedly, right? There were entrances in the real world that took you to the underworld. Some of them were guarded. One of them was guarded by Cerberus, the three-headed dog, and I would love to have a three-headed dog around here. I have an idea on how to actually build a three-headed dog, so you know it's a three-headed dog. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I was thinking of putting it over here. I also want to bring in, I forget, the ferryman that brings people across the river Styx. I forget his name, but traditionally in Greek mythology, right, you were brought over the lava river, or not the lava river, the river Souls, by a ferryman, right? You would pay him 2 coins. That's why in Greek mythology they would give him 2 drachma. They put it on their eyes. You needed 2 coins to pay the ferryman to get across, otherwise you were stuck forever, unable to enter Tartarus. I mean, the underworld. And when you paid him, he would bring you across. And I sort of want to get that idea across here. I'm going to do a bridge and then put a strider on it and name it after Charon, the ferryman, right? So we'll have the ferryman on the bridge to ferry you over. Because I was thinking, striders can swim in lava, right? But they take damage in the rain, and I don't want him to die. So we'd actually have to build some sort of shelter for Charon. The plains of flowers? I can make flower crowns. Yes, actually, in some versions of Greek mythology, the asphodel plains did have flowers, because asphodel is a type of flower, right? In the latest, right, the most, I guess you could say the most recent adaptations of Greek mythology, towards the end of the ancient Greek era, they sort of envisioned it as a meadow of flowers, right? Which is why we do have some flowers in the maze, like at the very center. And so we're going to have to build a lot here. We're going to need several rivers. There are 5 rivers in the underworld. One of them is River Styx, the entrance, or one of the entrances to the underworld. There's a couple other ones, River of Forgetfulness, which is the River Lathe. There's a couple other ones. I forget the names. And of course, there's also one other thing that was disputed, whether or not it was actually located inside the underworld, which was the Pond of Memory, or the River of Memory. It's the opposing force to the River of Forgetfulness, right? If you bathe in the River of Forgetfulness, you lose all your memories of your past life, and then you're reborn into the real world. But some people believed that they could bathe themselves in the, instead of the River of Forgetfulness, the Pond of Memory, right? And regain all the memories of everyone who has ever lost their memory, and become like a super uber being, knowing all the knowledge in the universe. And then they could be reborn as a person with like unlimited knowledge. That was their idea anyway. So that's what this is. This is the Fountain of Memory, right? It has a specific Greek name, but I forget the word in Greek for memory. I think it's something with an M. It's named after a Greek god. It's actually the origin of the word memory, I think, in Latin, or Greek. Don't Emmy. Who's doing that? Oh no, it's an axe murderer. It's a murder villager. Rude, and you even have a hat. dislike hats. Guess we're gonna have to kill him. And I gotta stay with my village, otherwise we could be in trouble. In a Mumsywiggly? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'll probably have to look that up. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Lots of plans. Yeah, they were the worshippers of her. They worshipped her abilities to bring back memories. And they thought that they could bathe themselves in the pond of memory. There you go. So fearless trivia about ancient societies long since forgotten. For the most part. Okay, I need some milk. If I have any chance of surviving. Because I do not want to start a raid over by my village. No, there was not much on the Pond of Memory. Because there was only one small sect of religious cultists that believed the Pond of Memory existed. Right? It was a bit contentious whether or not it actually existed. People who did not follow the cult said, no, it definitely did not. You crazy, fam. The ones that did said, of course it exists. We're going to be there when we die. And then probably did raspberries and did the thing with their hands to make fun of the people who thought that it didn't exist. Okay, let's see here. We're going to need some iron. Iron! Isn't it ironic? We need iron, but I can't find it. Perhaps that's not irony. Yep, there's 5 rivers in the underworld. See, we're big brain, guys. Big brain. I think I missed some messages. Horse meat, waste nuts? Tartarus, does it come in a sauce? Of course it comes in a sauce. That's how you sell the beauty of the area. It is the god of alcohol, Dionysus, yes. What else did I miss? Sweater looks nice, thank you. You take them down at Halloween and reset them up at things. Exactly, when you have Christmas decorations. At Halloween is when you take them down. And then you reset them back again at Christmas. That's why I'm wearing my Christmas sweater. Let's see, I think I was good at everything. At least the pond was not forgotten. That's true. The pond has persisted over time. Or the idea of the pond. That's why we got the fountain in the center. So everything does have a purpose. Everything is going to have a name. Yes, entrances for the 5 rivers. Exactly. So we're going to have 5 rivers surrounding this area. River Styx is the most famous. It's the one with the souls in it, right? Like, you dip in it, and they're going to grab you and pull you down, and then it's all ogre. The River of Hate. That's why I made it a lava. Because I thought it would sort of jive well with a river that takes your life. Maybe that's what happened to Grieg. Poor Grieg. The River of Woe, the River of Lamentation, the River of Fire, the River of Unbreakable Oath, and the River of Forgetfulness. River of Fire. We could actually maybe make a river just out of fire itself instead of lava. You know? I think that could be funny. Alfie is here. Hello, Alfie. How are you doing, buddy? How was your New Year's? Oh, and Raiders, if you're new here, how was your New Year's? I asked that at the beginning of my stream. But I'd love to hear how it went. Was it mundane? You know, totally uneventful? Or did you have a jolly good time hanging out with whoever you could? I know in these dark times that we are all separated by distances that normally would not be the case. But I still hope, regardless, that you had a wonderful New Year's. And that with the New Year's, we have better luck in the world around us. Now, that's not to say that the New Year's automatically changes things, right? It's the same world that we have always lived in. However, I think that it can inspire us to change for the better. And inspire change in the others around us. And that's my 2 cents about the New Year's. It's really good to say it. I wanted to stream on New Year's, but I was really tired. And you had to stay up to midnight. And my family wanted to celebrate it together. So I didn't get to stream on New Year's. Otherwise, I would have. I just wanted to spend time with my real-life family. But I didn't forget about you guys here, my fearless family. I'm still looking for iron. Still stuck. Forever looking for iron. I think that's just my life now. Hopefully it's in this box. I was trying to see if I had an iron box. I have a cheese box. You'd think I would have an iron box. Oh, goodness. Thank goodness. We have some here. The thing on from right was the river that was the cause of the infernal parts of Hades. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta do more research. Imagine fire and destruction and nethery blocks. That sounds so cool. Guys, we have all the ideas of what we're gonna do. So excited. So much build up, so much lore. This is gonna be a beautiful area. And you know what I like to say? The best things are the things we do together. So let's build something beautiful. In this case, a bucket, which is definitely beautiful. Do I have a crafting bench here? Probably at one time. What about you, Lampshade? Have you seen a crafting bench? You've taken on Greg's mantle, so you should have all the knowledge of those preceding areas. Lampshade's not been too much help. But maybe it can be, because I've run out of rockets. Let's take Lampshade. There are no villagers in spawn on Cycle, right? I hope not. I don't think there are. We're going to try to sneak through spawn and get to crafting bench. No, Creeper! It's not Lampshade's time to die! We just got done saying long live Lampshade! The bestest horse there ever was? Not that I remember. I hope not. Oh, there's an iron farm right there, so we can't go that way. Let's just make one right here. Yeah, let's just find a tree. I did say we were going to be decimating the local area anyway. Wait, no, there's a crafting bench over here. And hopefully there's no villages that have spawned in our beautiful little viewer house area. Goodness. The words. You know, it's because of the loss of Greg, you know. The loss of Greg has made us lose all the words. It's just so much more difficult without Greg. Thankfully, Lampshade is here to ease the burden of the loss of the greatest hero of all time. Okay, let's see here. We need some milk. And I thought
Oh, sorry. Fearless, if you want to get rid of Bad Omen, you can pop your totem to get rid of it.
That's a remarkable idea. But I don't want to die. That's okay. You startled me when you said that. I remember there being a moo somewhere around here, rolling around, doing moo things. This was the last time we got Bad Omen. I was over here. But it could have crossed a chunk border for all I know and been slain, or maybe I just walked over and killed it for beef. The cabin thing. Sleep! Fine, we'll sleep. But I will store that in my memory banks for future. Mets boy, that you could die to remove Bad Omen. And the totem would remove it. I didn't think it would, but I guess that makes sense. Okay, CT, your house is becoming my sleeping spot. There are monsters nearby. It's not so. It's you! Doing your monster things. Mets boy, there is a 61% chance for an empty little cabin. There we go. My latest video again. Thank you, Nightbot. Septic Spud is here. I haven't seen you in a little while. How you doing, Septic? How has your New Year's been? Stop eating my doors. I know they look tasty. That delicious, delicious chocolate. But you can't have it. It's not yours. It's my chocolate. Okay, so, we're in the middle of trying to find milk, I guess. Recoup the brain thoughts. Now, if I was a moo, where would I hide? That's the real question. We gotta think like a cow. Cannon, give us your insight, since you know so much about spy cows. Where is the perfect spying spot? Far from you? Probably. I would not be surprised if the cows were far from me. Cows and I don't tend to get along. I usually turn them into cooked beef. I'm a hungry boy, okay, guys? That's all I can say in my defense. On a tree? Are you telling me that they're not on top of the trees? Pretty good visiting family at the minute. Heading back home on the 6th. Nice! Glad you're spending some time with family. I hope that your family and you are safe and remain healthy. So they make burning noises. Cows don't usually make burning noises, guys. Unless you light them on fire. They won't be near birch. They're not a big fan of birch. It's because those birch trees got those eyes. That's what they call those. Those are birch eyes. The birch is always watching you guys. You gotta be careful. I told you gotta be careful. Look at this. They're trying to trap me here. You can't trust birch trees. You know, you never know when they're gonna sneak up on you and bite you in the butt. Can I milk you? No. Thought it was a cow in disguise. So, if the cows don't trust the birch, then I surely shouldn't. Is what I'm understanding. So let's wander on over here. Why is it so hard to find a cow? Are they the rarest mob in Minecraft? New video, guys. Rarest mob in Minecraft. Minecraft cow. I see creepers. Enderman. Cow! I think it might be nice to make that thing after I get some coffee. Well, you gonna make a milkshake? Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's just take another milk bottle with us, though, just in case. Well, I guess it's not a milk bottle, it's a milk bucket. And thinking about it, do you know how much milk is in a milk bucket? That's like at least several liters of delicious, delicious milk. And even though I love milk, I don't think I could down that all in like 2 seconds. The thing in the DMs, okay. You do that after you make coffee. I got some coffee here, too. IRL. They tell me that Fearless on coffee sounds dangerous, but I don't see any problem with it. Hello, Egan! I haven't seen you in so long, buddy. It's been good seeing you posting pictures on Discord. I loved your little cat photo. Absolutely gorgeous little kitty. Right, the little black cat, was that? Or am I hallucinating? You know, if I'm hallucinating, guys, and I ever say something you definitely did not do, you gotta let me know. Because sometimes, before Fearless has his coffee in the morning, strange things happen, okay? You know, between the hours of midnight and 8 a.m. are strange times in the Fearless household. It was calculated a single piece of Minecraft steak gives you 3.4 billion calories. That's a lot of calories out of one little Minecraft steak. What are those cows doing? Probably some push-ups or something. A bucket worth. It is a bucket worth, you're right. I think I held back for reading that long enough. What did you redeem? Story time? Is it story time, guys? Maybe we should do a story time over by Greg's grave. It was a real black cat with what I have been told. Lovely eyebrows. It did have lovely eyebrows. Well, it's been calculated. Oh, I already read that. Well, I hope you had a nice New Year's as well, Egan. Okay, let's wander over here. Past these sheep. They don't have a cute pet name for sheep yet, but don't you worry. I'll think of something. We got moo-moos, Piggly Wigglies, chickens. That's not a very pet name either. We gotta figure it out. But maybe we can't, because YouTube will think that I'm talking to kids, and then ban me from ever performing anything on the platform. You know what? My pet names for all the animals will be their scientific names. Let me give me a little while. I'll research it, and that's what I'll call every animal in the game. You've been here all stream? Well, that's good. I didn't see you talking earlier. Goodness, my voice is cracking. I didn't see you talking earlier. Maybe you've been silently hanging out, but that's okay. Let me reposition myself. There's been a message in my Discords. If you guys are new here, and you do enjoy the craziness that happens here, feel free to join my Discord. Discord is free. My favorite price. And it's a lovely place to hang out. Lots of cool people. Conversations happening every day. Access to when I go live. You know, in case Twitch doesn't let you know. If Twitch is being twitchy. Sometimes we even hang out there and do little Discord streams. We listen to music. There's some bots to play with. I was thinking about adding a brand new Pokebot. So you guys can collect Pokemon in the Discord. We used to have one, but it went defunct. The person that was working on the project decided they no longer wanted to. And so they took the bot down. Which is a shame, because I really like the bot. Even though I'm not a big Pokemon fan, it was still a very nice bot. Sorry. Oh, how did you give me it? Well, I guess if he was a player and he would have had a death message, it would have said, died while trying to escape MrFearless in lava, right? So I guess it did consider that as my kill. Even though it was definitely lava, didn't it? Maya Williams is here! I haven't seen you in so long, Maya! Seeing so many names that I remember. It's good to see you guys. How have you been doing? How was your New Year's? Hope it went well. Bovine, exactly. Our bovine companions. That's how I describe every cow from now on, guys. That way, you can be like, oh, he's scientific. He's definitely not talking to the kiddos. Okay. Let's actually do some work then, huh? Distractions aside. Oh, actually, distractions not aside, because we got one that was redeemed just not too long ago. Mushrooms are fungus bovine. There we go, Bets boy. Gotta remember these ones. Gotta store them in my brain, you know? Great, how about yours? It went fantastically. Spent the time with family. We, at the stroke of midnight, we were listening to some music in the Central Time Zone with a couple of the cool peeps, right? Celebrating New Year's together. Even though we're for all different time zones around the world. And that's one of the things I love about the internet. We still had the chance to celebrate a little bit of New Year's together, even though I didn't stream. So that was fun. See, guys? The Discord's exciting. You should join the Discord. I mean, even the bot. We're saying Discord again, right? Nightbot. It's just like, Discord, best Discord, guys. I would love to see more people there. Okay. So, let's tell our beautiful story, thanks to Zong, who had redeemed my favorite redeem of the channel. Actually, let's do it while I'm building. We could build and talk simultaneously. So, my favorite redeem on the channel is, of course, Storytime with MrFearless, where we tell a beautiful, magnificent, cheese-tastic story with the power of viewers like you. You see, all you need to do is share any word in chat, and I'll try to use those words that everyone gives me to construct a story. Now, there are a couple rules, of course. It can only be one word at a time per message, right? It's the only time you're allowed to spam. Feel free to send as many words as possible. So you can see Snowy has already got the hang of it. They've been here before, and they know the gist of it. But if you're new, you can always share words as well. The other rules, of course, it can't be anything inappropriate. Nothing that I would not say on stream normally, otherwise the moderators will smite you down with the power of 1,000 suns. Can't be any words that I cannot pronounce or do not know the meaning of. I will just skip over them, unfortunately. Can't really use the word in a sentence if I don't know what it means. Or if I can't say it aloud. And, of course, can't be any names. We refrain from using names here. No names of real people or fictional people. No Naruto or MrFearless or insert politician name here. None of those things. But other than that, there are 180,000 words in the English language. And I would love to see some of them in chat right now. Scientific names, as long as I can pronounce them and I know what they are. If I don't know what they are, I can't use them. Hat. Capybara, I think that's the first time. Every time we do this, there's always words that have appeared for the very first time. English, out of all the Germanic languages, has some of the most word choices available, which puts us in the prime position to share all the cool ones momentarily. Mushroom cow. Minuscule. I think that's the first time that word appeared as well. And trash can. I don't think trash can's ever been used before. You can see there are a lot of words. One word at a time. Tactical. So say watch and then tower. Contagiousness. Magistrate. That's another word. It's appeared for the very. Those are not two more words that have appeared for the very first time. Out of all the stories we've done maybe 100 since we started. Between 60 and 100, I think we've done, and out of all of them, those words are appearing for the very first time. So there is still plenty of choices for new words and even old words. You know, sometimes a familiar word can bring a bit of craziness to the story. You know, if they're all crazy words and then all of a sudden the words taco appears. I don't know. Kindness. One of my favorite words. Ecosystem. SaberCon. I'm in a car for 2.5 more hours. If someone's mentioned food, I will freaking lose it. Okay, we'll try not to mention food. Like delicious button. Murder? I don't think that word's appeared either. Coracle? Not sure what a coracle is. I might have to skip that word tactical. I'm sorry. What mean I can only sleep at night? Is it a time? No eating food in Minecraft. I might not make it. I eat food 24/7. Carefruit. Careful? Gross. Coracle is a boat. Kind of like a kayak. Lasagna. Quantum. It's from Alfie. That's a good one. I think we've only had Quantum once before. But I've never seen lasagna. Most of these words, guys, that people are saying are actually words I've never used before. Like I said, 100 different stories. Brand new words every single time. Please do not swear. Thank you. Meatloaf. Meatloaf, best loaf. I censored it. Yeah, no swears. Thank you. Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap. Isn't that a game? I'm trying to think. Pretty sure that's a game. Wind. Follow Age from Tactical Bacon from Discord. We got another tactical? I think I remember you. I think you do that stuff to follow since, if you want to find out how long you've been following. There's a show as well. Song, you know the rules. What, did Tom break the rules? Milk? Spoon. So you guys drink your milk with a spoon? Here we go. You've been falling for 8 months. I knew I remembered you. Wait, read that wrong. Bowl. Gosh, I need my glasses. Glasses, says Sköll. Okay, I think we may have enough words now. We're gonna wander on over to this wonderful little area over here. Good old Greg's grave. And we'll tell a story in front of Greg. You know, it'll be Greg's last hurrah. Three more days, and then I have them. Nice. Are they reading glasses? Or just everyday wearing glasses? How do I get... Why is lava so difficult? I mean, spicy orange juice. So difficult to get across. Bridge? Everyday wearing. Nice. Mr. F's latest video. There it is again. Okay. Let's stand over here. Photosynthesis. You know, it's funny. Photosynthesis has appeared before. It's a big scientific word. But it has appeared before, you know? It's always strange which words have been used and which ones have not. It is a conundrum of epic proportions. Okay, where should we stand to tell this story? I'm trying to think of the optimal position. Photosynthesis is delicious? You don't eat photosynthesis. I mean, unless you're a plant. Do you photosynthesize? Interesting question. I'm short sighted in my right eye, which is the opposite of my family. So you could be wearing a monocle. Think about that, guys. Monocle skull. Do you know how people keep an monocle in their eye? They like squint. They squeeze their muscles around the monocle to keep it up. Or they lean back so it doesn't fall out. Do you know how hard it would be to read or do anything with a monocle? I don't know. I'm always leaning my face forward. Trying to read things. Okay. Is this a good spot? I think so. Let's get the wool out of my hand. Let's see. I think that's a good spot. Let's scroll up, and let's begin our beautiful story together. Yes, I said if you got me one, I'd use one. You know, where's the nearest monocle store, guys? You gotta let me know. Do we have enough words? We may have enough words, but you guys could share some more. Because I don't think we got as many as we usually do. And sometimes we do 5-minute stories. I think that this is gonna be a 5-minute story. So you're gonna have to let me know. More words. So in case I go through them fast, we still have a couple extra. It's good to have extra words rather than not enough. So feel free to keep sharing words as I tell the story. Let's see here. The first one was enormous. Second was construction. And the third was anvil. So, those first 3 words, we're going to try to reference them as much as possible. They'll be the subjects of our story. So, let's see. What time is it? I cannot engage my timer like usual, so I'm just going to have to watch the time. Sköll, DM me when it's time to stop, I guess. So I can get the ping in Discord. So, starting now. There once was an enormous construction anvil that had constructed the greatest feats of engineering in the entire universe. But unfortunately, the civilization that had built him had long since faded from view. And the great constructions he used to be a part of now had even they faded from memory. Wanting to relive his glory days, he wished, and hoped that someone would come along and reinvigorate his construction prowess so he could rebuild the great constructions of old. When one day, a hat camouflaged as a cow came to visit the planet that the anvil had been banished to many eons prior. And I have to scroll. Hold on. To escape the persecution of the evil moo-moos that had brought cactuses to fend off the hat people. Seeking solitude and an escape from the treacherous affairs of the cactus and cows, he had to use his trash can spaceship and crash-landed right beside the anvil, not knowing it was even an anvil for all the grass and vines and trees that had grown alongside it and the sediment that had been deposited in space. Just seeing a large hunk of metal, thinking that he could use it to reconstruct his ship. He came closer and closer to the giant piece of metal, unknowing of its sentient nature. And all of a sudden, an attack capybara came out of nowhere. You see, the anvil had defenses to defend it from any intruders. And that capybara struck, momentarily throwing the hat back and destroying his disguise, quickly re-enabling the disguise so the evil cactuses wouldn't be able to detect him on the planet. He disguised himself as a mushroom cow. But it accidentally backfired and made him appear absolutely minuscule. But thankfully, this would turn in his favor, because the capybara no longer saw it as a threat and meandered off so he could explore the structure. Disguised as a small little mushroom cow, he began to approach the anvil. When it came to life, rising from the ground, shaking the earth as with an earthquake. As he didn't know what was happening around him, he ran for cover behind a nearby tree, but that too collapsed under the weight of the giant megastructure that had been unearthing itself from beneath his feet. We got a raid! Okay, pause story time. The Ricky Roy! Thank you for the raid! Welcome in, welcome, welcome, welcome! We're in the middle of Fearless story time. How was your stream? We're in the middle of telling a story about a hat disguised as a small little mushroom cow who came to discover a giant mega structure that was an anvil that constructed civilizations long before the hat ever came to the planet. So how was the stream for all the raiders out there? How amazing is this Ricky Roy fella? Let's see. Who is coming with the raid? Elric! Hello, Elric! Alfie shared some more words with Globular. Raise those horns. It's a Ricky Roy raid! Welcome in. Kwan's Pizza? I'm not sure how to say your name, but I'll just call you Pizza. Welcome in! That's a really cool one. Is that Elric's emote? I'm not sure. That's a really cool emote, though. I love the little bedrock fingers. Seems a lot of fun playing a Community Among Us event. Did we get a shout-out for Ricky? Oh, did we get him already? Yes, we did. Perfect. So playing Among... Yeah, you're playing Among Us. I saw that earlier. How did that go? B-Monkey's here. Welcome in. Raise those horns. It's a Ricky Roy raid. Well, we did have our horn. We had the Rite of the Valkyries to signify the welcoming of another raider. Hey there, Ricky and Raiders, is Shiny. Yes, hello. How did you guys enjoy this amazing Ricky Roy fella? You gotta let me know. I hear he's really cool. But you gotta tell me, how fun was that stream? 10 points to Mr. F. 10 points? Definitely never sus? No, never. Whenever I play Among Us, I am never sus. That type might be coming soon. Okay, so, where were we? Sorry, we got interrupted telling our beautiful story in front of the grave of Greg. This is our last hurrah to a hero that will live on our memories. The great Greg, who had brought us from place to place as the greatest horse on the server. And I just realized we left his air lampshade over there, I think. We're gonna go pick him up again. Let's do that now. Let's go get Lampshade real quick. I don't want him to despawn. It would be a shame to lose a Lampshade on the very same day that we had Greg's funeral. It's poor Greg's only heir. The last of his kind. So let's go pick him up real quick. Poor Greg. I know, it was terrible. It was I'll show you guys what happened. It was absolutely... While I'm running over there. It was absolutely terrible, guys. Absolutely so saddening. When we lost Greg to the spicy orange juice. I was inspecting the river, making sure it was in tip-top shape, when all of a sudden he dived right in. I guess he was real thirsty, but didn't know that spicy orange juice is secretly dangerous to the core. Never 100 billion to Ricky Roy, who's always... Okay. So, as you can see, during Jade's stream the other day, I think last week, we lost poor Greg. And so today we celebrated his life and his death at the hands of the spicy orange juice. Where is Lampshade? Where are we in trouble? Where'd Lampshade go? Don't tell me we've lost someone else. Another horse. My heart can't take it. If we've lost yet another horse. The cabin area. Oh yeah, the cabin area. Okay, let's go there. I'm out of rockets. $10 points to say my name, says B-Monk. 10 points? I don't think... are you asking if there's a redeem? I say we have people's names all the time. Yeah, but there probably should be a redeem so I can remember to say your name correctly. I did it for so long. Saying your name incorrectly. Let's see. We need to wander on over here. Find out where Lampshade went. There he is. Let's actually turn back on in-game player names. So we can see Lampshade, of course. Let's take it back home. Put some Lily Valleys on Greg's grave. We can actually do that. Ooh, let's not go to lava. I need to find them, though. I don't think we have any spare. And if I do, it's in a chest somewhere random. Actually, I lost most of my flowers a long time ago. The first time I died seriously bad on Slackville, I lost all my flowers. And, of course, all my gear. But I was decorating the maze over there, the center. Okay, where is the little spot? Of course, he's taking Greg's spot because he is the heir to Greg. Long live Greg. Long live Greg. No, don't escape! Don't do it. Greg is dead. Long live a lampshade. Let's go sleep. Okay, Raiders. We gotta ask you the ultimate question for today. Normally that's what's for dinner, but not in this case. We gotta ask you, how was all of your beautiful, beautiful New Year's? Okay, I need to escape. This is getting dangerous, guys. How was your New Year's? I've asked that earlier a couple times throughout the day. I wanted to do a New Year's stream. I didn't get the chance to do so. And this is our first stream back on Slackville since the New Year. And I want to hear about all the New Year's things that happened. Was it fairly boring, uneventful, or did you have some craziness going on? You know, Mets boy fired off 10 rockets and one hit him. Sounds absolutely terrible. But I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Can you check the Discord? Of course I can check the Discord. Give me a chance. Oh yes, I did say earlier. If anyone makes fan art for the wonderful, wonderful Greg the horse, we'll share it today since it was his funeral. Discord! There we go. Discord best cord. Yes, if you're new here. Because I see some familiar faces with the raids, and some not so familiar faces. If you're new here, you're always welcome to join the Discord. You know, there's a section for content creators to share their streams and whatnot. There's a section for people to play games with bots if you're bored. And of course, there's lots of socializing to be done. Lots of friends to be made. It, of course, is the Fearless Family Discord. All are welcome to become a part of the family. We always have a seat, another seat at the table for a new member of the Fearless Family. Let's see. Let's find a Lily of the Valley. I might have some over here. Don't think we have any naturally growing over here. No, just... No, I think Lilies of the Valley grow in, like, plains biome, right? Don't see any. See azure bluettes. See oxeye daisies. See cornflowers. But no lilies of the valley. Let's go downstairs. Eric Clan hung out in the Discord, so it was pouring rain, so no fireworks. Well, that's a shame. Everyone loves just out the fireworks. I'm not a big fan of fireworks, to be honest. They're very pretty, right? Like the big professional ones. But little fireworks, it's an explosion, they're nice, but I've never been interested in setting off lots of fireworks. I much prefer the hang out with family aspect, celebrate the new year. Where were we? Oh yeah, I wanted to find some Lily of the Valley, so we could put it on Greg's grave. And then we could continue the story, because we did get interrupted mid-story. So we could do a little bit of recap, and then continue where we left off. Let's see here. Doesn't appear I have any Lily of the Valley. No, it doesn't appear so. Deer mainly likes Roman candles. Oh, nice. Are Roman candles... I don't forget which one the Roman candles are. Are those the... sparkler ones? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played with fireworks. Let's get some rockets up. I think running around without rockets has been enough. I think... Goodness. That was not even a complete sentence. I think we have run around without rockets for long enough. Let's re-equip some rockets. We're going to craft some more here soon. But thankfully not now. And let's get back to what we're doing. We're telling a beautiful story about a hat that's fighting against vicious villains. Sticks to shoot small fireworks. I see. Okay. Those are Roman candles. Okay, let's take off. I like sparklers. The ones that, you know, the little bit of sparkling. As long as you don't hold it for too long, it doesn't burn your hand. Those ones are nice. And you don't, you know, put it someplace where it could cause a fire. You know, they make this fizzling sound, and they're sort of pretty, you know, waving around and stuff. I think those are my favorite. Less chance of blowing your hand off. To behold and shoots out colored sparkling pops. I see. Okay. Let's continue where we left off. Beautiful story time. Thank you again for the raid, Mr. Ricky Roy. Hope you have a fantastic day today. And that all your viewers had a marvelous time playing Among Us with you. Back to what we're doing. Let's scroll up again. Where were we? Something about hats. Before taco, obviously. Everyone knows it was before taco, but after mushrooms and cactuses. So, I think we were on the word magistrate. Unfortunately, we got interrupted telling the last story to Grieg here to bring him in and say our final goodbyes because we lost Lampshade. Lampshade had gone on a journey with us, and we got off of him and we're journeying around looking for milk. And we left him way over there. So we had to bring him back. We can't lose Lampshade. He is the last vestige of our boy Grieg here. But thankfully, he is here to finish, at least hear the last bit of the story. So we were about to describe what happened when the hat disguised as a tiny little mushroom discovered the intricacies of the giant anvil that used to construct megastructures long, long ago. All of a sudden, the anvil roared to life, crashing out of the ground, greeting the little mushroom cow. It was really a hat in disguise. He said, I am the magistrate of these lands. Who dares? Who dares come into my presence? He said with almost a contagiousness as it reverberated across the entire planet. For the planet was actually the anvil itself. But the hat was on a mission. He needed to hide from the evil cactuses that was using their powers to hunt him and destroy him. Thankfully, though, he was able to evade them for now. But with this giant anvil coming to life and bringing the planet to its knees, it won't be long before the cactuses had discovered his whereabouts. Moving fast, he told the anvil that he was in great danger. He needed a way to escape. He had crashed onto the planet, with his Transcan ship absolutely obliterated from the impact. Thinking, the anvil stood for a moment, towering over a cute little in the sky mushroom cow, watching over him, and towering high up into the sky. When it thought that back in its heyday, when it was a mega constructor for the long ancient civilization that had inhabited that part of the galaxy, it used to make massive, galactic spanning spaceships. But that's not what he needed in this time. No, and knowing that he would love to go back to his heyday in constructing massive structures, that he needed a little practice before he ever got to it, and that was what this poor little cow needed. He decided the best way to disguise him among the cactus fleet was to build it in a horseshoe-shaped baronet class starship that would help him inflict great pain on the cactuses and also be able to evade their every attack. Using the ancient technologies of the forebears that came before, he began construction on the ship, but not before the Cactus Empire had brought their own fleet in orbit above the planet, realizing the great potential of the anvil that they had heard so many stories about in the long distant past. Unable to discover it for themselves, now had finally roared to life, signifying the last great conflict in the galaxy. Knowing that the anvil had little time, the poor little mushroom cow tried to warn him, if you don't work fast, it'll destroy the entire ecosystem that has grown around you, the entire planet that had begun to grow in your time. If you don't move fast, they'll glass the planet, destroying all the life, and taking you and me as prisoner. Thinking fast, the anvil began constructing massive turrets around the planet as well, to defend against the barrage of the cactus fleet. And as the battle waged above them in the sky, the kindness of the anvil finally came to bear as the ship was completed. And as the little mushroom cow got on board and looked to the stars and thought what his future might be, would he be murdered at the hands of the evil Cactus Empire, or would he escape to live another day and drink out of his canteen in the vastness of space? Only time will tell. And as he began to take off, and as the battle waged around the anvil decided that enough was enough. As more things broke from the surface of the planet, he revealed his greatest creation of all time, the one he had left for his forebears that they were never able to claim. The largest ship that had ever been seen in the entire galaxy, the Taco Star Destroyer. It broke from the surface and began engaging and destroying the Cactus fleet and breaking the blockade. The horseshoe-shaped ship containing the hat disguised as a cow escaped off into the distance, going into hyperspace before the Cactus could disrupt. The fleet was utterly decimated. The careful leader of the Cactus Empire, Admiral Beef, decided to pull back his fleet with what little crow ships he had left. Using the Cactus class, the Chicken class starfighters as a distraction, he slipped into hyperspace away from the Anvil, vowing that he would return. But the Anvil now realized his new calling was to circumnavigate the evil empires that had taken heed in the stead of the fallen empire he once served, and to fight another day, so he could eat lasagna once again as he did in the past. The end. Time. Perfect. Perfect. So, traditionally, during the story, or at the end of the story, sorry, we give a rating for how amazing our storytelling abilities are. So I'd like you guys to tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good that was. So we can learn to improve for better stories in the future. Okay, let's grab ourselves... I was going to hit a button. But I forgot which button I was going to press. One Limburger? You fell asleep again? Oh, that's okay. If you're really tired, bud, feel free to take a nap. Jeez! I think Limburger is perhaps the best compliment we could get. Thank you so much, Elric. I did see you kept saying the fan art section. What happened was, I wanted to tell a story before we change skins. Let's see what skin you have given us today, Metsboy. Metsboy usually gives us really nice skins. Let's go here to... Gotta save it in my fart folder, I think, right? So it's in this folder. Then navigate to the best folder, which is the fan art, fart folder. Then the fan-made skins. So we got Fearless 2021 is the name of the skin. From Metsboy. Thank you very much. Sun is setting again. You know, it's so much easier to tell when the sun's setting when you're in RTX. Let's navigate. No, the story put you to sleep. That's how good of a story it was. You know, it's a bedtime story. Brie on the cheese scale. Thank you for the beautiful compliment. Distracted by the shiny. Let's see here. We have to take a nap. That's what I'm thinking about right now. But let's switch the skin real quick before catastrophe strikes. So what was it? It was 2020, right? MrFearless 2020. Didn't I just save it? Where did it go? Uh-oh, what have I done? I did save it. It's after the reverse ugly sweater. I got so many fan-made skins, it's actually difficult to navigate them now. What is this? Does that say 2021? Am I wearing, like, one of those 2021 necklaces? Look at that! We get to celebrate the New Year's in style! Okay, we need to sleep. So we get to celebrate the New Year's. After a long New Year's celebration, it's usually customary to take a big, big nap. So let's go do that right now. How do you think I feel? I've seen all the skins. They're beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. You did see them all, because you made me that pack that doesn't work anymore for some reason. I don't know why. Probably have to remake it myself, I guess. I don't know. It worked for a little bit, and then it stopped working. I couldn't get it to work. I've been trying to mess with it. Happy New Year! Well, thank you, B-Monk. Indeed. I hope you all had a fantastic New Year. So you can see I'm wearing 2021. I love that. That's so cute. You did make it before the update. That's true. Indeed, I hope you all have had a fantastic 2021. Let me drink some coffee. No, I don't think you were using the up-to-date version of the program, were you? So, yeah, it happens. It's okay. Well, we got more skins to add anyway now. You gave me the ugly sweater. Now Metsboy has given me another beautiful skin. To be forever saved in my fart folder. As you do. Okay, let's wander over here. Let's say our final goodbyes to Greg. You have another on the way. I do. I do, don't I? Thank you so much for your service, Greg. I hope you loved the story we were able to tell right next to you. I thought it'd be only fitting being the horse of Mr. Fearless, you got to hear one final Fearless story. Thank you so much for your service, and you will live on in our memories and in the life of your protege, Lampshade. You will be missed. And with that, I think it would be in Greg's honor for us to work a little bit on our beautiful, beautiful quartz building here. Is the skeleton horse being Greg? Skeleton horse? I mean, that one over there? Nah, that's not Greg. Greg is dead. There's no skeleton horse, Greg. He didn't make it. He turned to ash. There's no way that Greg survived. I'm just... ow! Why does spicy oranges hurt so much? Anyway. What were we saying? Yes. No way that Greg survived. It was spicy orange juice. It doesn't leave a trace of its victim. Just because he died in the river Styx does not heed any concern for Greg's soul. I'm sure he is fine. We have buried him. We have put him to rest. We have given him the proper rights. He will not come back to haunt us in your soul. Can confirm. Totally safe. From demonic forces of Greg. Okay. So, I spent some time. Where's my boxes? Oh, I put them down inside the little village area. Hold on. If spicy orange juice leaves no brains, what would you pay? It was a closed casket of funeral, okay? I wouldn't worry about it. Everything is fine. Where's the entrance to our little underworld here? With our villagers. There it is. So my CT hasn't suddenly disappeared from stream? Did CT disappear? Has he been abducted? By cactus fiends? Okay, it's not so. I think they're... Yeah, they're right there. Let's grab those. Somebody needs a pretty skeleton horse named Greg at Fearless's place. No. Don't worry. Worry not. There is no Greg. Not anymore. Greg has passed into the great beyond. We do not have to worry about any mysterious Greg-like appearances. And we don't need to pay attention to any skeleton horses. They may or may not be around here. Oh, worry not, guys. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. When was the last time I said everything's fine and it wasn't? Okay, let's fly it over here. No comment on that? Don't worry. Everything's fine, Mets Boy. Everything's fine. So, I think we're going to work on our building here. The Quartz Hotel Elysium. Sorry, mozzarella. Gotta go walk the doggy. You go walk your doggy. We got a project to work on. So, let's go in here and put our shulker boxes down. So we got lots of quartz. We got smooth quartz here, right? Yep, smooth quartz and the emeralds always using to trade it. And of course we got the regular quartz. And we're gonna pull parts of both to work on the project today. My inventory is so much full. Okay, let's clear out my inventory before we do this. So much full. Perfect English, guys. Absolutely flawless English. 20 might not be as lucky as I thought. My cabin luck seems to be missing. Has your cabin luck been stolen for you? Maybe 2020 was the year of cabins. And 2021 is the year of cabin loss. Why do I have so many best oak saplings? Some conundrums are impossible to name. I have a lot of best oak, actually. Let's put this away. We did make a tree last time we were here, didn't we? I think Kimber Cakes redeemed one. So that's probably why we have dark oak. Again, let's clear our inventory. A clean, fearless inventory is absolutely perfectly normal. Not a sign of despair and danger to come. B-Munch, there is a 5% chance for a cabin. Yeah, you guys can play the cabin commands. Again, if you're new, cabin command, best command, guys. It's where all the cool things happen. Okay, I need to Find out where else we could store these things. I think these chests are full. And they're full of totally useful things. Not totally useless at all. Actually, I think we need to put the bone meal in there. And let's put our iron back in our iron box. Big brain time. Iron. Best oak. So we have some bone meal when we need to grow some trees. There we go. Flawless as all things should be. Now, back to what we were saying. I spent some time bartering for all the mozzarella that my little heart could afford. And I think we're going to put some of that use today on the walls over there. Why, hello there. Do you guys see anyone suspicious walking around here? Besides that. Do I dare look at what its name is? What its name is? Greg the Undying! Greg, we just celebrated your funeral! Only today! How is this possible? What's in the chest? Greg's cheese! Greg, I thought you lost your cheese! Spicy orange juice usually takes the cheese away. Even your saddle. Greg, what has happened? This can't be Greg. There's no way Greg survived the spicy orange juice. I know it's called River Styx, and that's the river where all souls go, but there's no way Greg survived. Not a way. This is impossible. I don't know what to do with this revelation. What can we do with the revelation that Greg has returned from the land of the dead? What does this mean? What does Greg want? Greg, I tried my best to give you a proper funeral, a proper send-off. We even told you stories. We said all the nice things that the viewers in chat have said about you. Nothing was bad at all, I promise. You know, everyone kept asking why your grave was so small. Welcome him back. How do we welcome back our dead horse? Where do we put him? Lampshade has taken the mantle of Greg. We can't let Greg meet Lampshade. What will Greg do to poor Lampshade? This is a conundrum if I've ever seen one. What do we do with Greg? Have the horses fight. You want to watch Greg beat up poor Lampshade? I'm not sure what to do. Make him a skeleton stable? Maybe we should make him a skeleton stable. If that's what happened, they could be skeleton bros. No, we can't lose Lampshade too. My heart cannot take another loss. That's not right. I guess with the revelation that Greg is back, we'll have to sit to the side for a moment, because we need to expand our Hotel Elysium. If Greg's coming back from the dead, then he needs a place to stay. And the only place he could stay, because of his heroic deeds, is Elysium. As we said earlier, Elysium is the place for heroes. And that's where Greg belongs. You can mail Greg to Cbones to find out we can mail him to Cbones. Does Cbones specialize in taking care of people named Greg that happen to have come back from the dead? Hold on, we got some messages in Discord. Maybe Cbones is secretly a Greg expert. We got to talk to Cbones about this. We gotta build Greg a home, though. We can't give up on our friend. He served us faithfully in life, and we must take care of him in death. At the Elysium Hotel, we leave no one behind, especially not heroes like Greg. And for that, I think we need to build the hotel. That's the only place that Greg will feel safe. Why did it just change so quickly? It's because the sun went over the went over past the. I'm very curious. Who put Greg here? So I'm looking around, but the light changed so quickly because it went over the fountain. Let's go take a nap, I guess. What do you guys think? What should we build for Greg? He's gonna have to live in the Elysium Hotel now. But a bone stable sounds like a good idea, like Shiny said. What else can we do for Greg? We've mourned his loss, and now he's come back to us. Greg, these are confusing times. I'm not sure what to do, but we're not going to give up on you. Build Greg a mausoleum. That's not a bad idea. Should we build a mausoleum to Greg? I think that's the next thing on the agenda. A Greg Museum. No, don't do it! How are there so many of you? Why am I cursed? Get away from Greg! We can't have any murder villagers murdering Greg! Greg? Think there's hitmen after you. They're not happy you came back from the dead. Goodness gravy. Now we gotta cure raid effect again. Actually, while we're waiting, let's slay this fella up here. While we have the raid effect. DMs? Oh, did you give me the skin? So we got another new skin for 2020. Thank you so much for this, Let's Play. I really like it, actually. It's kind of hard to read, but that's just how Minecraft pixels are. But the fact that I figured it out means that you did a fantastic job. Because I'll be staring at it, wondering what it is forever. But I love that it says 2021. That's beautiful. I think I'll share a picture of me in that skin on Twitter. That'd be nice. To celebrate the new year. Let's save this as Mr. Scream Hoodie. Okay. Always carry a flint and steel just to get rid of the pillagers. Maybe I should do that more often. Greg, is that you burning? Greg! No, Greg's okay. It's just a regular skeleton. Okay, let's grab a bucket. I literally just put the buckets away. Let's see here. We're eating milk again. Where did we get the milk last time? I think I murdered the Moo Moo that gave me milk, so we're going to go on another journey of exploration and self-discovery to find another Moo Moo. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Fond. Pop totem? You guys really want me to pop the totem? What is those pillager captains today? I don't know. We've killed 3 today. The first 3 we've killed in forever. I don't know if the last time I killed a pillager captain was the last time we did the big, expensive redeems. And I was thinking about adding those back. I think they're paused. I was thinking of reintroducing the pillager fight redeem, the raid, where we used to fight in cheesy armor. That was a lot of fun, actually. Some of my fondest memories of stream were dying multiple times to angry murder villagers. Okay, we need to drink something. Go visit a village. The effect will go away! No! All those poor villagers. Got our silvery, shiny iron beacon here. A bacon beacon, if you will. And still not a Moo Moo in sight. Again, I swear, these are the rarest mobs in Minecraft. Why are they so hard to find? I came back! Chaos Rising has returned! Chaos Rising, have you followed? Can't remember if you followed before. Yeah, you have followed. You're following for 6 months? Wow. Welcome back! So it has been a while. Where's the milk hiding? I swear, those moo-moos. They hide better than any animal I've ever seen. They must wear camouflage. Cannon must be right. They are spies. Super spies. They're better than sheep. I mean, sheep can change color. And yet moo-moos blend in better with their surroundings. Murphy's Law. When cows are needed, they are hiding. You usually miss me to do to work. Oh, that's a shame. It happens, though. I've been trying to finagle my stream time at a more opportune time for more people to show up, you know? That's why we're streaming slightly later. I didn't intend to stream as this late, but seems to be working out fine. I mean, we have a lot of cool people hanging out. We got a couple raids. I mean, isn't that all we can ask for? Is hang out with amazing people like you guys. Where's the milk hiding? Guys, maybe we need to whisper. We need to go incognito mode. Blend ourselves into the forest. Wait, this is the birch forest. How do we always end up back here? Haven't we found out that cows hate birch trees? It's only common knowledge. So let's avoid the birch forest. I wanted to jump into the lava and try to fly, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Let's try. Feels a bit dangerous, but at least it's not deep voice. Yes, moo-moos hide. They turn green. I know, right? I think over here is where we got that cow, but I might have killed it for food. No, I did not. You remain. Maybe you should have a pet moo-moo back home. Trying to join Greg. I don't want to join Greg. Did you see what happened? Greg has returned. Pull a Greg to get rid of bad omen. We can't pull a Greg. That's dangerous. He's proven you will survive. I don't know if he'll survive because he's kind of missing some parts. He hit his... Yeah, Greg did hit his weight goal. That's true. As Sköll has said, Greg has hit his weight goal. Looking a little bit thin there, though, bud. I mean, if you pack on a couple more pounds. I mean, imagine what would happen to me if I lost that much weight. Skeleton Fearless. Greg has returned. Look at this. Drink the milk? Yes, let's drink the milk. Oh, I think I broke the lead. Come back, Greg. I know you want to explore the Elysium Hotel, but we need to build Greg a hero's... A room worthy of a hero here in... We need to build Greg a room worthy of a hero here in the Elysium Hotel. He is a hero after all, and all heroes go to the Elysium Hotel to spend their final days. So, it's only fitting that he has come back here. You don't want to see Fearless as a skeleton? That would be hilarious, skin. A Fearless skeleton. Let's go to Sköll's skin. I apologize for not using it for so long. I'm very forgetful today. Let's see here. It was... Scream hoodie. Look at that! Merch plug! What if I did do a hoodie with a screaming face on it? What if I did? It's on the back again. Is that intentional? Oh, and the sides are still, the sides are still the other skin you made for me. Underneath the arms. See? There's the ugly sweater under there. I'll fix it in a sec. Okay. What if I did make merch? Would a Fearless skeleton have it be red with a goofy face? Of course it would. You know, Sköll's always... A couple people have asked me for merch. And I always thought about it. I mean... I've never done that before. But what if I did? What if we had like a red hoodie with a face on it? I think it'd be funny. I was also thinking of some other things that I could do. I'm not going to say what they are until they become closer to a reality. But... I might sell some sort of posters. I think. Maybe. Someday in the future. Those are my ideas, anyway. To face in the back to protect from tigers? Exactly! Actually, I really like the look of it. It's very nice. Very cozy. Very red. So this is my second sweater. Or you said it's a hoodie, yes? Can I tell it's a hoodie? Yeah, I can see the hood down. So it is a hoodie. Nice. Why did that make such a weird noise? I don't like that noise. Is that what netherite does? Occur chunk? What? When did they add netherite noises? Why am I always flabbergasted by everything in Minecraft? Every day is just a new discovery from MrFearless. Let's nap. What? Come on, it's practically nighttime. Fine, we'll go place blocks. It's like the fan art. It is. It is, actually. I love it. 10 out of 10. No, that's not going there. So, you know, I haven't described the pattern we're doing here, right? So we got this beautiful wall here, and it needs to go all the way back over there. One of these days, we're going to have to tear down that mountain. Probably soon. So we're going to rip that mountain apart, absolutely flatten it, because it's in the way. And because that's how far this building's going to go back. All the way over there. It's just going to go over this river, which I think is going to be one of the 5 rivers. I haven't decided which one it is yet. But it's going to be one of the 5 rivers that are in the underworld. And this building's going to go all the way back over to there. Roughly to, you know, I guess that ridgeline right there, you know? So we need to place a lot of blocks to get it back there. And placing the blocks is only half the battle, because we need a lot of mozzarella. It's a very expensive build. And one of the patterns we're using here is actually smooth and then regular mozzarella, right? So it's smooth, regular, smooth, regular. And that's because it actually looks really nice when you're not in RTX, right? It looks like giant rectangular bricks. It doesn't look bad in this mode either, but we get more of that highlight on the left side of the block, right? Because it has that little divot. But still not bad. I still really like it in RTX. And we're going to try to continue that pattern along the side here. And that needs to go all the way back over there. Of course, there could be doors and windows and stuff like that. But that's not important. Getting the buildings outside is important. No! Why again? Curse you! How could you have done this to me? The lathe should go near the Elysium. We could do the lathe there. The River of Forgetfulness. That's actually what I was thinking. Okay, let's get away and let the things despawn. Hello, Ranger. How was your... I was going to say 4th of July. Don't know why. Definitely not July. How was your New Year's? How was your New Year's? Goodness. Nether with a 70%. That's actually not bad. We're going to sit over here and hopefully they despawn. Very calm for a change. Well, I hope that's a good kind of calm. Okay, let's nap. Those pillagers never give me a break. That's the 4th pillager captain that's bothered us today. I'm glad. Okay. Are we safe? Is Greg safe? That's the real question. Greg, are you okay? Good old Greg. Would that be called an epithet? I'm not sure what the word for the undying part of his name. Now that he's got undying in his name. Because he used to be Greg, but now he's a Greg the Undying. I believe that would be an epithet. Sounds almost like you're saying something inappropriate, but... You need a moo-moo pet? I do need a moo-moo pet. You're right. I need to crown me a moo-moo and have it nearby. It's, this word. That's not at all how you spell that. I think it's that word. Probably I should look up the definition. Actually, let's look it up right now. You know, that's perfect. That's the point about streams. You can look up weird words. Yes, I think that would be the proper word for that. See, big words. We're teaching you guys about words today. Okay, morning. Block placing time. We need more of the brick variety to line here. And we'd actually create a bunch of that right now. And that'd be really easy to place. So let's do that. Oh, that's a terrible way to create it. Why did I do that? Would have been sooner, but I was busy. That's okay, dear. I hope you had a fantastic day. Smooth. Yeah, that's better. Well, I don't know why I wasted like 64 smooth to make that. Oh, can you still make them? out of both? Let's not use smooth. Let's use regular. Smooth is more expensive. Yes, like a nickname, right? I believe epithet would be the proper word to describe the thing that they add into people's names, right? Like in the Western world, a lot of people have last names. In other parts of the world, not so much, right? Or your last name's usually, your family name usually comes first, right? That's what you call a last name, a family name. Sometimes in some places it comes first. In the Western world, it comes second. In Spain, they have a bunch of them. So, right? The origin of last names was an epithet, right? Famous people, in order to distinguish them between people with the same first name, would have this addition to their name added on, right? Like, there was this famous leader of France named Charles the Bald. It's a title. It is a title. There we go. They would have a title like Charles the Bald or the Weak. And those would be given by other people. That's how they would distinguish them between different people with the same name, right? Especially part of the same family. Or Charles the Fat, right? A lot of them were very unflattering. To describe the names we all go by to each other as epithets. Yes, that's what I was trying to say, right? Most names could be described as epithets. Last names themselves originally were epithets, right? Like this this nickname or this title that we bestowed upon you that originally stayed. Like, example in English would be Smith. The last name Smith comes from blacksmiths or other types of smiths, right? So the long time ago, it would have been like, I don't know, William the Smith, right? And eventually that became Will Smith, right? Over thousands of years and many generations. If that makes sense, right? Or a couple other ones. There's a couple in German. Like Müller in German is Miller, right? Pretty much the same meaning, just German. And you could go around that with a lot of other names, right? So that's probably the origin of last names. Because if you were the son of the Smith, right, the Smith, then you would want people to know that you were the son of the Smith, because maybe the Smith, you were proud of the fact that your father was a Smith, right? So you would keep the Smith part of the name. So it became a last name, right? So if sort of you were keeping the heritage of one of your forefathers, keeping the name. Right? If that makes sense. Or like in China, and now you can correct me if I'm wrong, there is a family name, and family names come first in China, called Zong, right? And that has its own story around it. Like, it was a royal family a long time ago, and in order to save themselves from being killed by the people that didn't like them, they allowed everyone in their local area to change their family name to Zong. And they did so because it was considered a royal title, right? Why wouldn't you change it? So now there's a lot of people in China who have that first name. Well, I mean, it's their family name, so it's inherited like a last name in Western world. So a lot of people have that. Right? And they originally started from like Greg over there. His epithet is the Undying. My last name means monk. See? Learn lots of things. Learning with MrFearless. That's why you all came here, right? There are some last names that get where people came from. Exactly. If you were, like, what movie was it? One of those, I watched not too long ago, one of the new Robin Hood movies. Not sure how new it is, relatively speaking. But, he takes the name of someone from Nottingham, I think, right? So he says, whatever's name from Nottingham, right? Because another way to distinguish yourself if you didn't have an epithet that was really exciting, like the Bald or the Fat or the Lion-Hearted, like Richard. One of the first the first king of England named Richard was called the Lion-Hearted. If you didn't have a cool nickname like that, you could also distinguish from where you came from, right? Like maybe you're the only Richard in Nottingham, right? So you'd be Richard from Nottingham. If that makes sense, right? And in some Icelandic cultures, right, your last name will actually be a portmanteau of your father's name, right? You'll be, Greg the, I don't know, I'm not very good with names from other cultures, but you'd be Greg, son of, Bartholomew or something like that. Those are terrible names for Swedish, but Sweden, or the other Icelandic countries, but, Thor, son of Odin, exactly. So, yeah, exactly, there we go. So Thor's name is Thor Odin's son, right? That's his name. Odin's son is his family name. So he's the son of Odin. So you combine the word son and Odin together into one word to describe that you're the son of Odin, right? And other people would do the same thing, right? If your dad was a cool guy, you want people to know who your dad was. So you would often have your last name be the name of your father. And that would help other people distinguish you. Like, I know your dad. He was a pretty cool fella. You're one of us, fan. Or I didn't really like your dad, but he's an important fella, I guess. Kind of thing, right? Because family culture has quite a bit of influence on how people perceive us, especially back in the old days, right? You fixed it, okay. Use a expense to redeem to count the weather fight. Wait, okay, I'll pay that in mind. We do that in Denmark. Yeah, because your guys' language is sort of related to those languages. It's a bit more complicated than that, but Jackson means son of Jack. There we go. See, that's a really good example. Jackson means son of Jack, right? Like, if your last name is Jackson, a long, long time ago. Why are you still alive? A long, long time ago, one of your ancestors was the son of Jack. And then that name stuck. You know, Da Vinci just means from Vinci. Vinci. Yeah, exactly. Right? So you could be, your last name could be a name from where you came from. It could be from your parents. It could be from your parents' profession or their name. It could be a number of things. It could mean something, right? Like, maybe it means majestic or something originally in the native language that the name came from. Or, like in the case of... my favorite one is Charles the Weak, or Charles the Bald. They were real people. And Charles the Fat. They were real people that had those real names. And I just find it so ridiculous, right? Like, I think they were all very important people in France, right? Even though they were important, they were unable to defend their honor by getting nicknames like that. The fat one isn't as bad as it sounds, and the bald isn't as bad as it sounds, right? I mean, it's just sort of like a kind of a jab at you, but being fat was like considered a nice thing because you could afford to indulge, right? But the weak was not meant as a compliment. He was weak. They considered him weak-minded. I ate too good, says CT. What did you eat? See, guys, you're giving me all sorts of good examples. Far better than I came up with myself. Like, Odin's son or Jack's son. Yeah, exactly. So, last names are very interesting. And that all came from our discussion of epithets, right? Like I said before, they originally came from, like, nicknames that people were given. Titles, so to speak. And titles come from different places. Maybe from where you live, or from, your family history, or maybe it comes from, like, a noble role. Like, maybe your family was royalty at one time, and then they had a royal-sounding name. I ate 3 tacos, 2 slices of pizza, 1 ayaka. What's an ayaka? And some ethnic thing. I don't know how to spell it. Clownson? I'm not sure if I heard that one before. Did we get a new follower? I think we have. Ekoil? You spoke earlier, didn't you not? I think I saw you speak in chat. Welcome to the Fearless family. If you haven't spoken in chat, feel free to introduce yourself. Say hello. You're part of the family now. Welcome, welcome. I don't know what an ayaka is. If anyone can let me know what that is. Does that mean that Leonardo DiCaprio is from Caprio? No, he's from Capri's son, of course. Ayakas? CT, what are you posting in my chat? Is that cheese? Why did I get a cupcake ad? CT. I don't want cupcakes right now, CT. And I don't think ayakas are cupcakes. That's what I got when I clicked on there. It just popped in my face. Took up my whole screen. And that little screen is too small for a giant cupcake. It's not cheese, it's corn flour. I don't know. It was yellow, and it could have been nacho cheese for all I know. Okay, CT? I'm not as cultured as you guys. Language, CT. Oh, CT beat bad? He did. CT, I thought you were supposed to be the innocent one. Okay, back to what we were doing before we talked about epithets, right? Actually, another example from a more modern setting, right, is this game called Shadow of Mordor, and I really enjoyed the game. I didn't play it much because it's a very long game, but in Shadow of Mordor, you would fight orcs, and those orcs would have names, the big ones, and they could come back. And one of the epithets they could get is the Undying one. If they came back to haunt you, they would get an epithet, a title, admonishing them for recovering, right? Some of them would be the Crazy or the Undying if they came back to life for being beheaded or something. Maybe you're late here. See ya. Bye-bye, monk. Bye-bye. Yeesh. Exactly, all the fish. Clunker ancestors. Exactly. CtClunker's ancestors were used car salesmen. Fish. Let's go see the fish. Epithets include numbers? I think so. I think that would count because it's the way to distinguish monarchs from previous ones. Not a lot of monarchs had the numbers in their name originally when they were alive. But then again, a lot of epithets came after people died, right? Like, you wouldn't call Charles the Weak to his face, probably. Or you might get killed. I guess that depends on how weak he was at the time. If he was unable to smite you down for smearing his name. Most of the numbers for monarchs came after, right? As historians tried to catalog them, they would give them those numbers. So I think it would still count. It would just wouldn't... Like, if you called Richard the Lionhearted Richard 1, if you went back in time and just said, hey, Richard 1, he would look at you like you're... Not only you're crazy because you don't speak the same English he does, but crazy for saying 1 in his name. Like, of course I'm Richard 1. What does that even mean? Why are you giving me number designations? Trying to get up here to see how that looks. I really like that now. So we got this going further back now. It sort of looks like a zipper. Like I just built a giant zipper across the ground. But it should look better once we get more regular quartz. I've actually run out because I turned it all into the brick. So we're going to get a little bit more of that, which actually should be in here by good old Greg. I'm speaking English, don't worry. Hope so. The C and CT stand for car. Maybe it does. Car transmission. Maybe that's why he's CtClunker. He's car transmission clunker. Queen Elizabeth II, the immortal queen. The C stands for C. Are you sure? Are you sure? We'll discover what it means soon, CT. Don't you worry. We know the secrets that underlie the entire known universe are locked away in your name. C is in C? Omega, of course. Big brain. It's the C, the Spanish C. Yes. So, yeah, it's all making sense now. Or maybe it's C as in, you know, the ocean. Yes, transmission. Exactly. Yes, transmission. That's why. Did I put 2 smooth quartz in my inventory? I did. It all makes sense now. It's all coming together, guys. Okay, let's try this again. So, should be a little bit easier. Must sit. Oh, it's CtClunker. CtClunker. Yeah, CT. What are we talking about? I'm trying to figure out what CT's name is. You know, he's keeping it secret. And obviously the C stands for C in Spanish, right? Mm-hmm. And then the T stands for T in English. Which means his name stands for Sit. I don't know, Hatter. I was just talking about big meal. You did eat a big meal. 3 tacos, one of those Ayaka thingies, cheese bread or something. I don't know. I got an ad for Cupcake when you showed me. And you said something else, right? See, sit down. We have some news. What news? Yes, tea? Exactly. Maybe CT's a big fan of tea. CT, if you could have any tea right now, what tea would you have? Look at that. We're like a little frog. We're playing a leapfrog. That's what we're doing. The best way to build something is play a leapfrog while doing it. Maybe it stands for Unclunker Cat Scan. Of course. A Clunker Cat Scan. See, we're coming up with possibilities now, CT. Is it bad if the meal to CT you described doesn't sound big to me, just sounds like lunch? Suppose everything is about your point of view, It was my lunch, too. Yeah, it was his lunch, actually. I'm really hoping that we can complete the outside of the temple here, or at least the 3 sides, you know, the 3 outer sides, so we can get a better idea of the scale of the project, and then start working on the interiors. Really excited to work on the interiors for this, so it's going to be really nice. Okay, I think we're out of regular quartz. When I swam, I used to eat 6 tacos a pound of potatoes after noon for a snack. Wham! That's a lot of potato. Did you eat baked potatoes, or do you, like... I've seen someone, like, grab a potato and just dip it in ketchup and eat it raw. So, was it like that? Or did you mash them up, or... We need context here. Mix these up. Regular, smooth. That sounds like more like a meal to me. Says Sköll. Who needs ketchup to eat potatoes raw? I don't know! It's a giant french fry, I guess. Don't look at me. I was confused. Raw potatoes and ketchup sounds like an adventure. I think it was an adventure. Just take it out of the potato sack and, I guess, put ketchup on... put a little ketchup packet on and eat like that. Why can't I fly? Why am I struggling so much? 2 bowls of cereal and 2... Okay, I gotta scroll up to read that one. Been cut off by my small window. Sköll, my breakfast was 2 bowls of cereal and 2 omelets. Lunch was 2 pieces of pizza and 2 double hamburgers and a salad. How can you people eat so much? So much food. Had her eating like a king. You know, actually, we were talking about epithets and history. Most people today that, like, live on, like, moderate means, especially in the United States, eat probably better than most European kings ever ate. And, like, they ate the best stuff available at the time, right? It's just so strange to think about that, right? Like, the most luxurious people, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000 years ago, were eating far worse than some regular peeps like us today might eat, you know? Or even the quantities of food and the quality, right? It's just changed so much from back then. They would be astonished if, you know, they were still alive. Hannah, I'm coming around. He's already eating yours. It's a big meal. It is. I was 10k calories a day and losing weight, but I was also swimming at 10 kilometers a day. That's a lot of kilometers. So were you an endurance swimmer? That's a lot of swimming. Trying to think. What could you, if you were to swim from a location to a location, what could you get to with 10 kilometers? Trying to think of big bodies of water. Some of the biggest bodies of water in the United States are the Great Lakes. Not sure what the length across from side to side is. I mean, they're shorter on one length, and that's got to be less than 10 kilometers. You could probably swim across the Great Lakes with that much. So I'm 50 meters and 100 meters only during races. Wow. Had her over there. Flexing on all of us. Have you tried walking backwards, just placing the blocks that way? That sounds hard. I prefer to jump, so then I had to eat more. This is the pinnacle of block placing achievement. I'm just saying. I used to weigh 130 pounds. Now weigh 220. If you walk backwards, you're... What? Jumping is where fun. It is! That's where all the fun is, guys, okay? I don't even weigh 100 pounds. Says Sköll. Jumps whilst walking backwards, then. Yeah, but then I gotta sneak. That's no fun. It's like building... Exactly! I'm practicing my parkour skills. I am now hungry. You guys are making me hungry, too. Talking about eating potatoes. You know, Hatter still never answered whether or not he ate his potatoes raw. And just pulled them out of the... I just imagine Hatter at lunch pulling out a sack of potatoes. Yeah. Eating them raw. You ate tater tots, okay. I don't know. I thought it funnier that you would eat them raw. I've seriously seen people eat potatoes raw. Or they would cook them in the microwave and then eat them just one bite at a time. Just kicks me for ability to gain weight. And I used the way, then I destroyed the scale, so I don't have to now. Wow. I'm getting hungry too. Well, that's what happens when you watch a Fearless stream. That poor fella that came in here earlier said no food. Didn't want to tell him, but you know, food is the main topic of discussion around here. Sleep and then eat. It works. Trust me. Wow. Sounds like a complicated strategy. Just like jump block placing that when I keep missing. Everything's fine, guys, okay? I'm not missing my block placing. We're building a beautiful wall together, okay, guys? It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna have windows and I mean, not explosions. Totally not those things. But windows and grass and leaves and giant columns and a second floor. Doesn't that sound exciting? Like a little balcony? Imagine going to a hotel and, like, walking out on a little balcony and seeing things. And not one of those little motels, right? But, like, a 5-star hotel. And you can just walk out of your room on a balcony and look over. See the beautiful, serene environment around you. No, creeper bad. Creeper bad. Don't need any of them around here. Don't trust the creepers. They'll take advantage of your hospitality the moment they have the opportunity to do so. Apple Fitness Plus with Mets Boy. Want to lose weight, stop lifting them, and said smite them. Wow. Yeah, smite the apples. Or maybe you get a chance to little apples on a weight, you know, on either side as the source of the weight, you know, like a little barbell. Grass? You're eating grass, CT? I'm concerned. Yeah, but we could put grass, all sorts of nice things here. I think it would look beautiful. More pain. Don't worry, CT. Everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. I don't know. I mean, last time I dreamed about building another portal to quickly move goats in real life. It's one way to move your goats, I guess. We also got to focus up there. Probably light this area up. I'm not sure it really matters. We're going to need some cyan terracotta now. Let's go grab some. So sleep eating sounds like a bad plan. Some people do sleep eat. I heard a story of someone who'd sleep and drove. In their sleep. Can you think of how scary that would be? People lift weight stuff to lose weight, which is ironic. Even more ironic that muscle mass weighs more than fat, so working out causes you to gain weight. It does. Wake up mid-drive. They didn't wake up mid-drive. They drove all the way home, and then they woke up sitting in their kitchen, eating breakfast in the middle of the night. Think about that. You know? The last thing you remember, you're at some other place, you know? And you fall asleep at a friend's house. Sleepover. And then you get up and get in your car and drive all the way home and make yourself cereal. And then wake up in your cereal bowl. Completely unaware how you got home. I don't know. That sounds kind of bonkers to me. Okay, we need more good old-fashioned mozzarella. So need some more smooth. Oh, that's not the right block. Why did I do that? Sleepwalking is terrifying, but the subconscious seems to be powerful enough to do lots of things. It does. Well, the thing about driving, right? If you're going to look at it analytically for a moment. Driving, for most people, is a monotonous activity, right? Like, if you hear about people who drive all the time, it's not usually exciting, right? If you don't drive very often, I guess it could be a little stressful or maybe a little exciting. For people who do it often or who do drive a very long way, it's very monotonous, yes? And one of the ways that you can deal with that, and if you're a lifelong driver, you probably know this, is that you kind of drive based on instinct a little bit, right? You do it so often, especially if you're a lifetime driver. You do it so often, and you sort of know the way where you're going, especially if you're driving on the way to work. And you've done that many, many times. That you don't even need to really think about it to drive, so to speak, right? And so technically, you could perhaps successfully drive when you're sleepwalking, because most sleepwalkers, some sleepwalkers open their eyes, right, and your subconscious is semi-aware of your surroundings. So it is technically plausible, but still nonetheless scary. Like, what if your subconscious came into a situation that it didn't know how to deal with, right? Like, I don't know, a block in the road or road closed sign or something, right? Like, because that would require you to think. It would require higher cognitive awareness than, you know, your subconscious is able to provide. And that's just my way of speaking. You might be in trouble. It becomes an autonomous task like breathing. Exactly. Sort of like bike riding. Like, people who have amnesia often can still ride a bike, even though they don't remember ever learning. Because it's a balance thing. It's sort of automatic, so to speak, yeah? That's not the right block. We need block of mozzarella. Smooth. And then... Oh, yeah, we should have done then. Now we need a cyan. It's past midnight. I need to work tomorrow. You go to bed, Shiny. Sleep tight. Don't let the birch bite. And don't worry about nether goats, I guess. How long are we going? That's a good question. Love to get this cyan strip in. We didn't get a lot building done today, but we did have an eventful stream. Thanks to all your wonderful people out there. It's cool people like you that make these streams as fun as they do. And actually, I changed one of the messages, like the little Twitch notification, to say streaming is better with you guys. And it's true. It's a ChaosLady. Hi, Chaos. Not sure how long you've been lurking for, but hello. Hope you're doing well. Cyan terracotta. That's what we're on the hunt for. Swore at one time I had a shulker box of it. Or at least, like a couple stacks. Don't know where I put it, though. That was a long time ago. Back in the ancient times. The dark times. There it is! So I knew it was over here. See? Big brain. CT is doing the wave! Say goodnight to Shiny. So is Omega. Indeed. Good night, Shiny. Other things that people do when they're sleeping is, like I said, they eat. They might go to the bathroom, which might not be good for you. You might miss. If you know what I mean. A couple other problems that may persist with that. But still, it's interesting nonetheless. I do have a YouTube. Thank you, Nightbot. And I posted a video not too long ago. And I've been actually generating more ideas for YouTube series. Things that can pique my interest, and some things that would not take a lot of editing to do. I want to be able to pump out more videos and provide quality content for all you fine folks out there. And I've been coming up with ideas. Can't share them quite yet, but nevertheless, some really good ideas have been in the works. Some things that I've had ideas for a while, but other things that I think would be really nice. Well, I talked to you about it. One of them, Sköll. But I came up with a really nice one as well that I think would be interesting. You never miss? Wow. Okay, we need a little bit more cyan. So we need some basalt. We'll have to farm basalt. I forgot that this build needs basalt. So we need some carpet. CT the sharpshooter. I was about to say CT. Can you hit those Cheerios spot on? Indeed. There we go. Cyan taking all the way to the end. I think this might be close to how big it needs to be. Don't think it's quite big enough yet. I forgot. I wanted to mark the coordinates down, but I've always forgotten to do that. So one of these days we'll have to mark the coordinates down. How long is it to go out there? I do have many of them, and I think that's perhaps for the better. I think I know of like 3, yeah. Yeah. I've been thinking lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool things. Is my music still playing? Just really quiet? So quiet, guys. Yes, you are needed for 1. Oh, it's playing the dun-dun, dun-dun-dun one. You know which one, guys. You know which song that is. Real Minecraft fans know which song that is. Yes. Yes. It's almost easier to tell the 2 blocks apart in RTX. These 2 types of quartz that I'm using here. I sort of like that. The narrator calls me for her nose. For Kilkos? It's the peaceful ambient one. Oh, I love the Minecraft music. Yeah, I don't say that enough, but Minecraft music is so nice. So nice. I have a playlist that I play for the stream. Of course, it's the Minecraft music, so should be fine. But in that way, I can play any Minecraft song that we want. But it's so nice. C418 does not get enough credit for the amazing work that he did on the soundtrack for one of the most popular games of all time. Cows? It calls you a cow? 4 cows? Oops, that's not the right block. The block there, excuse me. Not the right block. I gotta remember to do this right, because if I do it wrong, I sort of got to tear it apart and do it again with the pattern, because it'll be very noticeable from the ground. Like that right there is a mistake. You sent me a DMs. Okay, let's check it out. For the stream VODs? Bye-bye, CT! You're taking advantage of me in my darkest moment. At the top of a giant building. CT, you've been waiting. You've been plotting. And now I'm struggling. Fiendish, CT. Fiendish. Yes! I have a channel for the VODs already. It's my archive channel. It's actually linked to my Twitch. Or, Discord, sorry. Oh, shoot. I always have trouble trying to do that. I've only uploaded ever one stream. It was my very first stream ever. So if you want to see what Fearless was like... last August? Or was it the August before last? I don't know. August of 2018, was it? Or 2019? I'm not sure. If you want to see what I was like way back then. Oh, I can't fly. I forgot. You could have told me? I think I did tell you a long time ago. Yeah, 2019. It was a long time ago. So if you want to watch my very first stream, you can. See what Fearless was like way back then when. I don't have the link for it. Sir Rifleman has followed! Welcome to the Fearless family, Sir Rifleman. Are you an 88mm rifleman? Do you fire, like, giant cannons? That's the real questions. Because everyone likes giant cannons. I got a friend called Cannon. He likes cannons, too. I think. Also gonna have to put the glowstone in him. Light this area up. Put in more dirt. We got a lot of things to do. But that's the fun part of my Minecraft. Doing all the things. Every one of the things. They're all calling our name. They're saying, please, accomplish great tasks. And together, we will accomplish great things. Even if we have a giant screaming face on our back. That's just how it be sometimes. Okay. We need more spruce leaf. We're gonna need to not leave him alone. 8888 was your football number. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic. That's nice. It's always interesting to learn where numbers come from. Like, people will come in and they'll have, like, a certain number in their name. And I'm like, I always ask myself, is there a story behind it? Sometimes it's random, right? Sometimes you gotta have it add a number to your name because all the other versions of your name were taken. Other times, maybe that number has a meaning. You know? Names have meaning, even nicknames. We used the big fancy word earlier, epithets. We asleep. The sign that the sun has gone behind our fountain over there. Where's the 98 from? That's the ultimate question, isn't it? The greatest question of all time. Well, welcome to the Fearless family, Rifleman. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Hope you had a fantastic New Year's as well. This is the first stream of mine since New Year's. Let's see something. If you like, you can also join the Discord. Just like to remind for new peoples. If you like what you see here and you like the craziness, there's plenty more to be had. Trust me. For example, I had to starve to death. Bye-bye, Alice's mom. You go do your things. There we go. That's the first video. First stream I've ever had, actually. So if you want to see what Fearless was like a long time ago, you know, back in the dark ages of my Twitch channel, that's the place to go, I guess. I suppose I was just as rambunctious as I am now. Just didn't have as many crazy talks of discussion. Actually, for that very first stream, I thought for a while about what I want to talk about. What did I want to occupy my, I think it was 2-hour slot with during that stream. Was it percentage of the sanity Fearless is lost? Exactly, that's what the 98 is. The percentage of sanity I've lost. Only 2% remaining. Doing well. I've been working in my Minecraft world, trying to come up with my next creation. We've come to the right place. We got lots of inspiring ideas around here. And the Discord is a great place to learn about ideas, too. You know, Delta, he's not here with us, but he was building a castle. Love seeing what people do with castles. Like, castles are the quintessential Minecraft build. Everyone built a castle at one point. My first big build was a castle. Still haven't completed it. But, it was a lot of fun while it lasted, you know? CT with a what face? It was 3 hours. Was it 3 hours, really? Wow. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time hanging out with Mr. Blue Juice on BearCraft. It was good. Just because I can. What happened? Explosions are fun. That's the archive channel. Yes, it's my archive channel. I'm going to start archiving your streams from soon in the future. I didn't do it for a while because I didn't know what would happen. I didn't trust Twitch to behave. I didn't trust the Twitch-YouTube relationship to behave, right? Twitch and YouTube have this antagonistic relationship. Mortal enemies from the start. I guess because they're both video-making platforms, yes? Oh, thank you for the shout-out for Hatter. Hatter's a cool dude. I heard he did a new video on this really cool thing called a Minecraft Bedrock UHC. It's actually pretty cool. Helped test that thing, and we talked about the ideas. It's actually a really cool idea. What was I talking about again? I'm interrupting my own self with thoughts. That video was really nice. Which video? I'm confused. Oh, the video about the UHC. It has been redone from the ground up since you played. Has it now? Have you achieved things that I can never fathom? I would love to see it. Well, I only watched a little bit of the video. I didn't have much time. I've been really busy doing things. Fearless things. Yeah, what I was trying to say was that there are a lot of Minecraft ideas in the Discord. I'll go there and talk about ideas. Other people share ideas, things that they've built. And Minecraft, the best part of Minecraft is learning what other people build, right? I think that's my favorite part about Minecraft. Is watching what other people do. That's why I enjoy playing on servers and doing the things I do. Minecraft is sort of a collective experience between all of us, right? We share the experiences. Even if we play in our own solo worlds, right? I like making crazy things and seeing what people do with them. Indeed! Hatter does make crazy things. That's why he's called the Mad Hatter. It's his specialty, so to speak. Wait, less lag. And you can customize it. You're talking to yourself with thoughts. That's what I do all the time. Usually I say the thoughts out loud, though. That's what streaming's about. Let's wander in here. We also need to decorate the interiors of our hotel rooms. I mean, look at this, right? Got all this space to play with. I think we want to make them slightly different from each other, right? We have the sort of stereotypical... Oh, this is the wrong one. Stereotypical design for one of the rooms, yes? Right, we got the bed here. We're going to have some seating here. Nightstands either side of the bed. A shelf here, I believe, right? And then, of course, we got the bathroom. And I like to make these all very similar, of course, because they're hotel rooms, but just different enough that they feel lived in, right? Like, they're well taken care of, that it's like a 5-star hotel. Everything is perfect. But, that has been used over the years, yeah? Have your thoughts ever spoken back? Sometimes they do, you know? Oh. That's an interesting perspective, I guess. I was thinking about the nature of ideas before, and that's like way grandiose than, you know, playing Minecraft or whatever. But I was thinking about ideas and how ideas work, right? Ideas, like any kind of ideas, thoughts, in general, right? The only way they could spread is if you share them, right? Because, you know, a thought is only a thought as long as it stays in your head. But once you share it to the world, it becomes an idea, and they spread, right? They move from person to person. Like, you could think of all sorts of different perspectives in the world, like philosophical ideas or economic ideas. They all started from one person and then spread to other people. And then it grew and changed at each iteration and grew. Sort of like a virus spreading from person to person in a strange way, right? So maybe the ideas do talk back, right? They evolve, they change, and they want to grow. They want to stay in existence, right? Like, if you ever go on YouTube and you see a political video, right? The only way those political ideas can continue to exist is if they spread from person to person. If that makes any sort of sense, yes? So, that's why the reason why I don't like politics is because ideas in general, only the most, showy ideas tend to survive, right? The ideas that are memorable. The ideas that are totally useless, or not memorable in the slightest, or not the showiest and flashiest, don't tend to last very long. Because they only last as long as people that that use the ideas, yeah? And share. So, it's a very strange way of thinking about things, I guess. How do you think Fearful came about? Exactly! Ideas come to life! And I like to think of it as if ideas have their own volition. They have their own, goals, right? To spread, like a disease, so to speak, right? They're not sentient, technically, right? But they sort of act like a virus, where they're like on the cusp of being alive, where they spread to grow and spread to continue to exist. Like how you think, says Ecole. Am I saying your name right? Well, thank you. Joseph Stalin once said that, I don't let my enemies have guns, so why would I let them have ideas, right? And he was like an authoritarian dictator, right? Regardless of his political ideas, he was a dictator. He wanted ultimate power and would do anything to keep it. And this sort of gives you the mindset of how important ideas were to him, right? Like, ideas were dangerous. Because they are, right? Ideas are more dangerous than any weapon. They are a weapon. And ideas spread through words, and language in general, right? But words don't just count language that we speak. It could be written language. It could be sign language, right? Something you see, right? It could be something you feel, right? Art can be a medium of idea transmission, like one of those abstract paintings that people think are stupid, right? The idea is to get you to think, yes? And that's the transference of an idea. Those ideas, by definition, and especially in art, are more abstract, right? They're like feelings, more so than, strict words, right? But it's a way to convey ideas. Song is a way to convey ideas, yeah? You can think of that catchy tune that you can't get rid of in your brain. And you can just think of that as like a little virus, a little idea virus that sticks around. It makes you think they're stupid. Exactly. At least it gets you to think. You haven't seen the surface how he thinks yet. Well, you're welcome to hang around and learn. Virus. I like the ideas of viruses, so I like that. They mutate to survive as well. Yes, exactly. They do mutate to survive, right? Like, think about... Again, I don't like to talk about politics or specific political ideas, but just the way politics happens, right? The way political ideas move, right? How they spread from person to person, how they grow, and how they maintain their power base, right? They mutate. They sort of evolve to stay relevant, right? And they use us as vectors of transmission, right? It's the ideas using us to spread, if that makes sense, right? Like if you're really big into politics, or if you see anyone that's really big into politics, they talk about it all the time. The virus the virus of an idea is using them to transmit the idea, right? They become the vessel of transmission, and the more charismatic they are with their ideas, the better the ideas spread. Yes, and they last longer, right? If people ideas don't die, they can't be destroyed. Ideas are intangible. You can't touch them, right? Sort of kind of like a virus, right? Viruses are these like invisible, nearly invisible small particles that you really can't comprehend in a meaningful way, right? You can understand that they might be on the surface of things you touch, or in the air, right? But you can't really see them. And ideas are kind of the same way, but more intangible, because you can destroy viruses with with cleaning solutions or soap or any number of ways. Ideas, though, they can't die. They just fade, if that makes sense. They fade away, right? As ideas become forgotten, as people forget things, or as people themselves pass away, ideas fade. And they become forgotten, right? And no idea wants to be forgotten. And that's why I think, that's in some strange way, that's why ideas are so in your face, right? Like the big ones, the ones that are most contentious are always in your face. They're always like smacking you around, trying to convince you to agree with the idea, right? Because if you agree, you're going to spread it. Or if you talk about it, you're going to spread it. And the more in your face it is, the more likely it's to spread. CT, I try so hard to be neutral to you. Kanye, no Kanye. CT, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Big for the political talk. I know. Poor CT over there, can't help himself. But any idea in general, like, imagine a thought you have. I like the color red, right? That's a thought. But when you share it, it becomes an idea, right? When you share it with other people, and the other people are like, yeah, that person likes the color red. And maybe more ideas sprout about the color red. Why do you like the color red? I don't know. Maybe then the color wheel develops, right? Around the color red, right? People talk about it being a cold color or a warm color. Other ideas develop around the reason why you like the color red or blue, right? The sky is blue. Why is the sky blue, right? This simple idea morphs into something much grander as it spreads from person to person, and more people leave their inputs, leave their trace on the idea. Sort of like how a virus, when it jumps from person to person, it sort of mutates a little bit, right? It changes. And these ideas become greater and more complex as they sort of go through the cycle over and again. Like they're spread to a person thinks about them, and then they share a little bit more about it. Or they share constructive criticism about it. Or they change parts about it. Yeah? The sky blue is because of the distance light needs to travel in our atmosphere compared to the sun. Exactly. Big brain. But that question comes from, why is the sky blue? Or maybe it came from someone who really likes blue, and then they look at the sky and they're like, why is it blue? My friend likes blue. So I've been thinking about it recently. Why is the sky blue? Why is grass green? Very strange questions to ask, right? Very basic questions. You know, I'm a kindergartner and I ask, why is the grass green? But it's interesting nonetheless, right? Why these things are the way they are and how they spread, how ideas grow. Life in shades of red, exactly. Why is red red? Because it absorbs every other color except red. That's why. That's why red's red. What did Sköll say? It's hard to be neutral with CT. I give up on them most of the time. If I'm compressing, I'll ban criminals. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Unfortunately not. The only thing belongs on pizza is cheese. It's because we named it the color red? That's actually an interesting idea, CT. You have just input your philosophical ideas on something that is true. Why is the red red? Because we didn't call it red. It's the lamest, most boring, mundane answer, but it's true. Okay, I have a good it even moves to other ideas, right? Back in the Greek times, ancient Greece, there was a group of people called Pythagoreans, and they lived on the, I probably should have saved that cow. They lived on the idea that numbers sort of existed somewhere in the world, like sort of like I'm talking about now, like ideas can exist somewhere in the world, kind of, right? Like they have a volition of their own, and they believe that numbers really did exist. In some sort of abstract fashion. Not like a floating number one somewhere out there in the distance. But in this abstract fashion, they were a fundamental part of the universe, right? The numbers actually existed. See, why CT philosophy, why is it what? Because it is. Watch the caps. Exactly, be careful, caps. But the truth is, the number system we use, the mathematics we understand, were invented by humans. A good example of that, if you ever heard of it, is imaginary numbers. If you ever hear about imaginary numbers, CT actually spoke about this earlier in Discord, nonetheless. Imaginary ideas, numbers, are literally numbers that are imaginary. They don't exist. They're imaginary. They're fake. But isn't that all that mathematics really is? And that's sort of, you could take it in a way that undermines mathematics, undermines the nature of mathematics, because mathematics is a beautiful thing and gives us most of the things that we have today. Mathematics is so important. But in a way, it is made up. Yeah? It's an idea that we created to explain the world around us. It doesn't necessarily have to naturally exist in the universe. It's just a descriptor for what we see. Yeah? Right? It's the translation. Mathematics is a translation of an idea of how we perceive the world. I'm not a mod, I'm CT. Maybe a mod doesn't mean you could do what you want. Yeah, I'd be careful, CT. I might delete your messages if you're bad. But I hope you're getting what I'm saying a little bit, yeah? So it's a little confusing, but it was something I was thinking about earlier. It's just the nature of ideas, how they move, and how things happen, you know? I am of the opinion that the hardest question to answer of, you know, the 5 basic types of questions, like who, what, why, where, and when. Why is the most difficult of all the questions, right? Why is motive in crime, yeah? It's one of the most important questions you can answer about a crime. Why did someone do something that they did? But it's also the hardest. You kind of have to peer into the mind of someone, because why is a difficult question to answer. Like what I said, why is the sky blue? Why is grass green? It develops into much more complicated topics than the words themselves seem to ask, yeah? And why's cousin would be how? Yeah, I think, or what? Why's other difficult cousin would be what? What is also a difficult question to answer usually. Like on out of all the questions you can ask, out of other ones, like when is pretty easy. That's like a location or a time, stuff like that. There are song requests for Minecraft songs, but you have to do a Point redeem. We are making a house of cheese, of course. We got mozzarella here. We're making a hotel, actually. This is the Elysium Hotel, modeled after the Greek Parthenon in Athens and in, of course, Nashville, Tennessee. Because everyone knows there's a Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee. Minecraft music. You gotta tell me which song you like. I've never heard Icy Jellyfish, but hi, Polar Bear. Can we do Sweden? Of course we can do Sweden. Still need to fix those redeems. Yeah, they're a little wonky, but that's okay. Hold on, I need to search this one up. Minecraft. Song. Sweden, 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 Sweden. I actually have a list of all the songs named now. Sweden is com.3. Okay. I'll turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear it as well. Since it was redeemed. So this is Sweden. Feels your keyboard sounds firmer than usual. Maybe it does. It's supposed to be a little bit more silent. You memorize the sound of keyboards. Is that like memorizing someone's voice? You can tell who it is by the sound of their keyboard? Advanced technology. What are you doing? I didn't ask for creepers. I was about to say advanced technologies. You have a hybrid now. Hybrid what? Hybrid keyboard. Is that what you're saying? I don't know what I have. It's a keyboard. Makes less noise. That's all I know. I am no keyboard expert. Ask me about the nature, ideas, and the fundamental qualities of the universe. Yes, maybe I'll have an opinion. But keyboards? Nah. Nah, fam. It's too difficult. Half cheese, half fearless. Talking about like a zombie or something? Keyboard memorization. Exactly. It's like how you can memorize the sound of family members walking down the stairs. And know who it is by the sound of their steps. Instead, it's by the sound of keyboard. If you want more philosophy, actually, if you did like a little bit about ideas, I think I'm going to start making more videos about more complicated topics like that. I think it could be nice to talk about it and to get other people's opinions. Because it's no way the only way to think about things. But it is definitely my way of interesting to think about things. If I can do it, there we go. That was my Christmas video. Sort of a gift to all the viewers out there. Talked a little bit about my personal philosophy. Just a little bit. It's a 57-second video, right? It was my first YouTube short. Trying out that short game. Because YouTube now has a method of showing shorter, smaller videos. My phone is making noises! Tell me it's about to die. Teach me about stoicism. Stoicism. Wonderful video. Thank you, Chaos. I thought so. I thought a long time about what words I wanted to say, and I sort of had it planned out for a while. And I turned it into a video. Android phone? No way. I told you, CT just knows. He knows noises. Is it a mechanical or hydraulic or hybrid? It has keys on it. Does that help? Okay, let's jump over here. I realized that we forgot a little bit of the cyan. Slightly disappointed, but it's better than an Nokia. Hey, I'm just gonna say that Apple products are a little too expensive for my tastes. I mean, they might be good, but that's all I can say. Too pricey. It's really cheap when you steal them. CT. And I think some of the people that enjoy Apple products are a little bit too trusting of the brand. That's why the prices have increased. You know, I'm studying economics, so I can actually talk a little bit about that. Interestingly enough, the reason why Apple prices have increased steadily is because they've reached market saturation, which means that they're not getting more Apple users. They've achieved peak Appleness, yes? Peak number of users over the last couple years, last decade or so. And their plan to continue to increase revenue has to be increase prices, yeah? They sort of move you into the Apple ecosystem, and then all their Apple products work together very, very, very well, right? The iPads, the phones, the iPhones, the computers, they all work seamlessly together. But they don't work with anything else very well. So if you have an Apple something, then you're probably going to have to get Apple other things, yeah? And the strategy is that they work very well, so you're willing to pay into the brand. And computer companies in general don't make money off of the end user like us, regular schmoes that exist in the universe. They make their money off of selling to companies, yeah? Like the Apple Office computer. That's how Windows makes most of their money on the Windows operating system, is by selling it to companies. Or like other programs that are free on the internet. Sometimes the reason they're free is because they make most of their money selling the finished full product to major companies. They would pay they have the money to pay for a bunch of that product. Yes, right? Like if you have like 100 different computers you need for your employees, yeah, you're gonna need 100 different Windows operating systems. You're gonna buy them in bulk, probably slightly cheaper than an average person would buy it. Yeah, but that's where Windows makes its sales for like the operating system, or Apple makes its sales on computers. And because people trust the brand of Apple, they charge more. And that's how they make more revenue. That's how they keep their revenue high. It's by charging more for similar products. Also, CT symbolism is something you have to learn yourself. That's why I didn't answer that. So, I'm going to start with I. Yes, that's all about the branding. Steve Jobs was a master of branding, right? Like, his way of presenting the new products is sort of like a meme in its own right, yeah? So the way he presented it, the shirt he wore, because he always wore the same shirt, the style of presentation, the minimalism design of Apple products. It's all part of the intentional, cohesive design that they try to maintain to sell their products, right? Like most Apple products are stark white, and they have that, nice Apple logo on the back. Sometimes they have different colors. You do have color options sometimes, but most of the time, 99% of the time, it's that bright white color, and they really popularized that. Before that white color, it was beige, which is really ugly. But beige is actually a nice color if your stuff tends to get dirty, because it's harder to notice something that's beige is dirty, because it's already like a dirty white, so to speak. And the thing like getting used to it for school is a loss leader to get people comfortable and not want to use anything else. Exactly. Comfortability with a product is really, really important. Like it's more important than you might think, right? Like if you're a youngin', you could probably use any product and not be too bothered with it. But as you get older and use a more product more consistently, you're going to want products that work in a similar way. And because Apple is so different from other products, intentionally so, and don't work well with other products, you're going to want to stay with the products you're comfortable with, which in my case might be Apple, right? Like if you go to a school that can afford computers, sometimes you might have a Chromebook, or other times you'll have those little Apple laptops, yeah? And that's their way of trying to, so to speak, indoctrinate you into the society of Apple. It's just like we talked about earlier. The idea is trying to spread, yeah? In that case, it's also attached to a tangible product, apples. So Fearless, are me and you younglings? I don't know. Are we youngins? Are we the younglings? Most people just buy things, they don't research, and they swear my... Yeah, exactly. Most people just buy things, right? You go to a store and you're like, I know what an apple is. I've used those before. It's all intentional design choices, yeah? One of my favorite is the Apple mouse that has the charging spot in the bottom. It's a wireless mouse, so whenever you have to charge it, you have to unplug it. You're unable to use it because the charging port's in the bottom, and that's for the aesthetic choices, right? Like, Hatter's an engineer, right? Big surprise, Hatter engineer. But you could tell by the excellent way he engineers his bedrock things. But one of the choices engineers had to make is a balance between form and function, right? The function of a product is how well it works, but the form is how beautiful it is, yeah? Engineers usually want your product to work very well. They want it to be, so to speak, idiot-proof. And the saying is always that they'll make a better idiot, I think, yeah? But designers, like people like artists, want something to look beautiful, right? And when you design something, when you make something, you have to have a balance between form and function. And actually how I build in Minecraft, interestingly enough, getting to actually what we're playing, is I want to build something that serves both a form, a pretty form, right? This beautiful building here, and also a function where I can tell stories with it, or walk around it and enjoy the sights of it, or build farms, or use it as a base. I want my structures to be multifunctional. I want them to be both beautiful and functional. New saying needs to be fearless proof. It really does. My iPhone hate my Apple PC. And Apple a day keeps doctors at bay. So that means if you have an Apple phone, does that keep the doctors away? If they function over form 100% of the time. Other people will not. Okay? It's Apple is the first trillion-dollar company, right? And obviously it worked for them. The aesthetic design choices. Making everything cohesive. And that's to say they don't have they poor function, right? Apple has very good function. The computers work well. The phones work very well. The operating system, which is unique to Apple products, works very well. Right? They hit that really good balance between form and function, and they capitalize on it very effectively, which is why they charge a lot for it. And for a long time, they were the leader in a lot of those products, in phones or in mobile phones specifically, in computers. But now, their prices are so ludicrous, to me anyway, that I don't believe that that kind of price is worth the commitment. For example, and one of the, perhaps another function example, right, where they sacrifice this with the Apple devices is Apple computers usually have a hard time working with all the programs that I was using. I'm in college, and I use a lot of programs to do my thing, and my things. And none of them work on Apple computers. You have to do all this strange compartmentalization. And I know you can do it, yeah, right? You can always make the argument that, yeah, you can do all this, though, to get it working. But most people aren't going to do all these crazy things to get something to work, right? They want it to work easily. And if I have to do a bunch of crazy things to an Apple computer to get it to open Microsoft Excel, then I don't want that kind of computer, if that makes sense, especially if I'm going to be paying more for it. Yeah? If it's not going to function for what I need and it's more expensive, then it has no use to me. Yeah? Thank you for the follow, Queen Dragula. Welcome to the Fearless family. Hope you have a good cheese-tastic day today. We need a little bit more of the regular mozzarella. Our cheese palace will be finished in due time. Well, that's also why I usually stick to older, even. The other thing is, because Apple increases their prices, it has pressure on... Bye-bye, Cole. Thank you for sticking by. If you would like to join the Discord... I know I keep mentioning it, but I always want people to know they can join the Discord. Where is the button? There it is. You're always welcome to join the Discord and hang out. That's why I usually use older phones, because the increase in the price of Apple phones has led to a corresponding increase of other phones of other types. Samsungs or the Google Pixels, they've all slowly increased their price of their flagship phones to try to get near or match iPhones, right? Their latest models. Or they'll have design choices that are similar. An example, actually, a recent example with iPhones is that they removed the, I need all of my quartz. All my juicy mozzarella. A recent example is that, like I said, a recent-ish example is when Apple chose to remove the headphone jack on their products. They removed it on their phones, on their tablets, a bunch of other things, right? And at first, companies like Samsung were advertising, haha, we still got the headphone jack, yeah? Like, that was a selling point for the product. And for me, it would be, because none of my headphones are wireless. Nothing I have is wireless, besides, like, controllers I use for my old gaming systems. So I don't have wireless anything. I would never be able to use that kind of device. I'd have to buy a headset, right? Or, those AirPods or whatever. And I'm not interested in doing that at all. And for a long time, Samsung and other companies advertised that, yeah, that we still got the headphone jack. Like I said, it's a selling point. The latest flagship Samsung phone no longer has a headphone jack. And that's because there's pressure on them from iPhones, the Apple phone makers, who are still one of the big leaders in the industry, right? To remove the headphone jack, right? There's pressure to do so. Because they didn't want to seem outdated, yeah? Because your product seems outdated, it's likely to get purchased, right? The thing about new phones is they're always got these shiny new features. That's how they sell it, for those ludicrous prices. But for me, it's like, that's way too much functionality that is totally unnecessary. I just need a phone that could do the things I need it to do, yes? I don't need it to do all these fancy things. Someday in the future, of course, it would be nice to have. But not necessary immediately, yeah? And that's not to say purchasing these products is a mistake, right? I am of the mind that whatever you spend your money on is your choice. It is not my choice to judge. But for me, it seems to be a bit of a ludicrous expense. And a waste. I need a phone that can cook me breakfast. I always joke with my parents that they're going to get a phone that's just going to talk to them every day. And somehow the day's been... tell them that their food's empty and that they didn't make coffee for today. stuff like that, it always upsets them. Because, you know, it's strange. Maybe not strange to us. Or, like, that's also brings up the concept of where technology go in the future. Humans tend to have a really bad time predicting what the future's gonna look like. I mean, like, 200 years ago, people thought we would make it to the moon using giant cannons, like in those novels. And all those were works of fiction. They were sort of, like, their predictions for the future. But I just imagine technology getting so crazy, you know? Like, becoming integrated into the body. And how strange that will seem to us. Right? Like, you might meet older folks, or you might be the older folks that thinks technology is so strange, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how life is. And for the younger folk that are here today, you might grow up to find all these strange products. Like I said, with technology directly integrated into the body or stuff like that. That's not necessarily something that will happen, but it's interesting to think about how strange that would be. Because I would be uncomfortable putting technology directly integrated in my body, yeah? But it's interesting nonetheless. You know? It might become perfectly normal. Sort of like talking the secretary as like Cortana or Google or Alexa have become sort of ubiquitous. They become more popular as they become better, but they're still kind of creepy, right? It's like this little robot that talks to you and knows all your preferences, right? I don't know. It's just, where is technology going to go? Another interesting discussion. Where it'll take us. KF console. Exactly, the KF console. We're talking about the future. That's the future right there. The KF console. If you guys didn't know, Kentucky Fried Chicken, the American fast food chain, has developed its own console. I heard it has an RTX 390 in it, which is like the literally, or 380, the best graphics card on the market in it, for some reason. I don't know if that's true, but it'll be hilarious. It also is so hot that it could cook your chicken. No chicken in my PC. So I'm not sure if I got a toy for Xmas. Now playing with the Wavelink. Are you now? Did you get... Which one did you get? Wavelink 1 or 2? The Elgato thing? My phone, sorry. MrFearless is pointing out my old phone when it goes off. I do! I do! You have that old phone with the old ringtone, right? The AT&T ringtone. Way back in the past. Long, long ago. Before Fearless was even a thought in his parents' heads. There was the AT&T company. And you might think, well, there's an AT&T company today. But it's not the same thing. That phone company is not the same thing. It used to be much bigger. It used to be the biggest phone company in the country. Sort of think like the Walmart of phone companies. It controlled all the telecommunications across the country, or most of them, right? There was a very select few areas where it did not. And they, because they were a monopoly, controlled what most phone people had access to. Which meant that the phones that people had ring in the background, the ringtone, was almost always the same. And it was a product of the company. Which I always found interesting. Like, if you watch an older movie that has a phone, like one of those, I forget what they're called. I have one over here in my room. The ones that you spin, right? Or the other ones that have the buttons on them. The cord phones. Goodness, the words, they're just hard today. I don't know. I could say all these complicated words, but I can't describe it. An old style telephone. You know what I mean? They're cable telephones plugged into the wall. Landlines. Yes, landlines. They originally, the AT&T Telecom Company and the Bell Telephone Company, originally had, you know, the rotary phones. That's exactly what I mean. The rotary phones. You rotate the dial to put in the number, and the number clicks that the rotary phone has every time you rotate is how it figures out who you want to call. That's how it programs the number into it, because it's all analog. And then they changed those phones into the push tone ones with the buttons. They had a monopoly on those, and those phones existed all over the country. And they have a very distinctive ringtone. And because that company no longer exists in the form it did before, because it was taken down by monopoly antitrust laws in the United States, those phones are a little bit less ubiquitous than they used to be, right? Especially because they're landline phones and people don't really have those. So every time I hear it from Chaos, I sort of recognize it. I don't know about the console, but KFC really made a movie series. Can't be a good thing frying chicken while playing Minecraft. I don't know about you guys, but I want to fry my chicken while playing Minecraft with the KFC console. Hashtag non-spawn. But I don't know, it's just... Who are you gonna call? Mythbusters? Or AT&T because their phone stopped working? Both. And actually, the AT&T today was one of the companies that broke off from the original. It kept the name, right? It kept the name of the original company. And then it reabsorbed some of the parts of it. Mergers and dissolutions of companies is a little complicated, but That company doesn't exist as it used to anymore. There's one that has the name of it, but it's not the same. It's similar. It's like a baby, right? Like you know, your parents had you as a kid, sort of like that kind of thing. It's not the same company, but it's related. Fearless, how long are we going? That's a good question. We're up to 3 hours now, gamers. 3 hours of Mr. Fearless, and we're still going strong, kind of. It's real? What in the world? Yeah, the KFC console is real. Did you think I was joking? One said Raven. What is run? Oh, the Elgato one. Nice. How you liking it? It is classic. ChaosLady. It is a classic phone. And there's nothing wrong. Like I said, all these things I'm talking about, there's nothing wrong with being either or, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with having the brand new smartphone that comes from the edges of the galaxy, the future of technology. And just like there's nothing wrong with using a landline. It just depends on what your means can give you and what you prefer, yeah? As long as it works, does it need to be any different than what it is now? As long as you take use out of it, as long as you enjoy it, as long as, you know, the economist in me says, as long as you have utility from it. Yeah? Does it matter what choice you make? I don't know. Just a thought. But for me, I won't buy the expensive ones. The expensive phones, expensive computers. I don't need the best. With my computer, though, I splurged a little bit because I wanted something really nice for the RTX. But most of the time, it's just like, whatever. If it works, it works. Yeah. And when it doesn't work, that's when you get improvement. I want a phone that makes calls for me so I don't have to. Hello, this is Cannon, secretary, robot AI calling, just to let you know that he wants to schedule his dentist appointment, and he's allergic to talking to the dentist. You mean kind of like that? You know, there's always jokes about people being scared to call the dentist, and it's kind of funny. I don't know, I like my dentist. But I suppose that if you have tooth pain, you might be worried. Or if you don't brush your teeth. I know, when I was younger, I got candy when I went to the dentist. Which I guess defeats the purpose of going to the dentist, but you know, it works. We can make calls like it's Star Wars. Holograms, exactly. Leave a hologram. Imagine a hologram saying, can you leave a message after the beep? Tell my dentist she's nice. They are nice. They're professionals. They're there to take care of your teeth. If you find the one that can do that, let me know, Cannon. See, it's interesting. Like, technology. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to take us? I don't know. But it's sure going to be crazy. Things change quickly, you know? Before you know it, the world's a completely different place. But still, very much the same. If I break my teeth, that can charge me more to come in and get them fixed. Get a good dentist. That's what I always say. If you go to a professional for any sorts of support, like a therapist or any kind of therapist, physical therapist, you know, the other kind of therapist you go for mental issues or whatever, or if you have a general practitioner, or if you have a surgeon, or anything like that, any kind of professional you have in your life. There are maybe other choices that you can take from. You know, depending on your circumstances, you might be stuck with your current one. But if you don't like them, it might be prudent to look for someone else. You know, if you don't like how they treat you, or if you don't like their opinions, it's always your right to find another one. That's not to say that they're bad, right, so to speak. But you can always find one that is more to your liking. Yeah. Some people do their job well, and some don't. Exactly. And you always have the choice of which service care provider you pick. But like I said, sometimes you might be in a situation where you can't, you know. If you live in a rural area and there's not many choices, you might be stuck with what you got. Insurance in the United States might be an issue. So you might be stuck with only a few choices. But it's everybody did it to shop around, so to speak, yeah. It's important, right? Your health is important. All types of your health. And getting a service care provider that can take care of you, that you enjoy going to with any kind of issue you have, one that you know you can trust and has your best interest in mind, is a good thing. And there are a lot of good professionals out there. And like I said, professionals, because there's all sorts of professionals out there you might seek advice from. Lawyers, right? If you have legal needs, you might contact a lawyer. You might have an accountant, yeah, that takes care of your taxes or stuff like that. Fonsicle Unicycle wanted Minecraft music. Someone else read Minecraft music earlier, didn't they? And I didn't change it. Omega did. What song would you like? Can it be cat? It easily can be cat. I don't like the noises that the monsters make behind me. There we go. The cat music disc. Yeah. Like I said, you could, that includes optometrists. Is that the right word for it? Your eye doctors, or accountants, lawyers. If you seek a professional for help, it might be good to look around. You don't have to stick with the one that you've always been with. Sort of like, you know, we were talking about phones earlier, and people that stick with they're comfortable a lot of the time. Comfortability is very important. But sometimes, it might be important to find someone that has your best interests in mind, if you don't feel that they do. And that's not to say that they don't, because a lot of them do, but it's always a good idea to look for other options, yeah? Now I am switching from Streamlabs to Basic OBS. Basic OBS is what I use. I much prefer it. Oh yeah, because you that update happened, yeah? Is that why you're using it? I might turn this down a little bit. It's a little loud. Optometrist is the name. Did I say that right? Before? Sounds similar to what I said. Yeah. All the stuff and things. And it may not be a bad idea for other options, right? Like if you have a phone and you don't like it so much, or maybe you do like it, but you're looking for other options. So it's always good to shop around, you know? See what other things may pique your fancy, you know? Another example might be, another good example, might be phone companies. The company that runs your phone service, if you're in an area to do so, you may be able to switch between them. And usually they have, discounts for new members, yeah, if it's the first time you're signing up with them, or if you're switching back from another carrier. And you might be able to take advantage of that to lower your bills for your phone companies or your cable companies. They tend to want to encourage people from other companies to join them, and they'll often have benefits for that. I would always check the fine print, of course. Make sure you are getting a good deal, or a better deal than you would if you would remain with your current company. But that's always an idea as well. But that depends, you know, some service providers are only available in areas, right? You might not have other options. Or, some might not cover the area you're in. They might be near you, but not cover the area you need to use it in. Like a phone company might not have coverage in your area, or very good coverage, right? Like I often hear people talk about, like, for example, they'll have this brand that always works, and all their friends have a different phone brand, and it doesn't work in their area whenever there was a cell outage, and they really like that. Honestly, it goes for everything. Everyone. Friends, family. Shall be something you choose. You're kind of right, yeah? I like the saying that friends are the family you choose. Right? But it comes to a point where even your friends become sort of family, you know? I consider a lot of you guys my extended Fearless family. That's why we have the Fearless Family Discord. Yeah? You're all part of my great big family. Always welcome. Nicole did accept the rules, did she? Or they? They did. Sorry. Welcome. And Sir Rifleman, 88, also joined the Discord. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your time there. I like hanging out. Discord, Bestcord, that's what I always say. What were we doing? I need more basalt. That's one of the blocks we're going to need. Got to burn that into my memory so I can remember to grab some. We're going to need slabs. I need smooth slabs. So you can see there's smooth slabs, you know, across the top there. And it also happens here. It's one of the things I realized after we put the cyan terracotta in. We're going to have a smooth trim here between the floor of the balcony and the cyan terracotta trim above the windows. We're going to have this extra smooth trim going across the entire top. So I'm going to make more smooth slabs. Fearless time. How long? I think we're getting ready to slow down here. Are you tired, Sköll? Hope I'm not keeping you up, buddy. I do appreciate you being here, and I know you keep falling asleep, so. Gotta go mod for your dad. Tell him to have a wonderful stream. You already slept? Okay, that's good. Let's take a nap so you get to sleep in. When the world gets dark and the sun peers out of you, you know it's time to take a nap. What are you doing over there? It's morning. You should be burning. Well, what else do we need? Try and think here. Kind of collect my thoughts. All the craziness happened today. It's been a lot of fun. We need more of everything. Everything, absolutely everything. More quartz, more red wool. Need that for the curtains, of course. More basalt. Definitely more basalt. Basalt's definitely the big one. Need more of that. I need to farm it. We have a little baby farm, but I might need to upgrade my basalt production. Maybe we could do that in a stream. Actually build a little basalt generator. We need to build the mausoleum for Grieg. That is upcoming very shortly. I'd love to build that. Maybe we could do that about the villagers. Why not? Wait, CT, don't make me ban you for the Discord. Wow, CT, you getting in trouble again? CT, you've been getting in a lot of trouble today. Did someone create a clip? I just noticed that. I looked over to the Discord to see what's going on. We got a clip today. Look at that. Today's been a 10 out of 10 stream. But we need basalt. I have assigned terracotta. We shouldn't need any more of that. I'm going to need more quartz brick. Quartz brick. I need to create my laundry list, so to speak. Let's go here. Hidden section of the Discord. Quartz brick. Quartz slab smooth. But I do need to fix that. Put that in suggestions. Remind me. I'll get a bunch of things done today. A bunch of suggestions in you doing. A bunch of tidying up needs done in the Discord. We need to add those bots. We got that polka bot that I want to add. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Basalt. Light gray glass panes. We're gonna need red wool. I'm out of red wool. I know that for a fact. So we're gonna need that. Quartz pillar. That should be our list. So we're gonna need glowstone, spruce leaves. I know you can't see what I'm typing. I'm typing in a section of my Discord. My laundry list, so to speak. Yeah. Let's go spruce leaves and spruce trapdoors. We need those. Pokebot is back. Yeah, there might be a version 2. And I've been thinking about adding it. What else? What else? Quartz. Oh! Fences. Dark oak fences. And fence gate. Should be everything. No, it's not everything. Gold and lapis. No, gold and blue concrete. Look at that. That's why I need to create a list. So I remember what blocks we need to get. So the next time we work significantly on the project, we can get more stuff done. I would like to get the roof done. We extend it that way. We need to get the flooring here done. We don't have enough coarse bricks for that right now, though. We got the lower wall done, which is good. Still this upper wall to finish. The trim to do, the basalt. Lots of stuff to still do, but we still made significant progress today. And I am very proud to say that we got something done. I mean, look at that, guys. It's a big wall of blocks. But sometime soon, it's going to be a beautiful extension to what we're building here. With more of these pillars, of course. More windows. We're going to extend the grass over there. Or, I'm sorry, the grass and the leaves. 2-stage evolution. Exactly. It's not even Pokebot's final form. And I think we'll deal with all of that, plus more Grieg stuff. And more story elements in the future. It has been my pleasure to have all you wonderful people here today. Hope you all had a fantastic day today. We're going to go over to the end screen. And we're going to play the credits. Watchful F. Nordy in... Is Malenko streaming? Thank you for the $50 donation from Cbones, the wonderful moderation team that keeps everything together. What do you mean, Greg? Greg's fine. The followers from Crean, Dragula, Surf Rifleman, Ecola, and Diver Cat. And the 11th, was it? No. 8 months of Shiny? And of course, 2 days ago, when I wasn't streaming, there was 11 months of the Amazing Mr. Cbones. Rare Malenko encounter. Where is Malenko? Got F. Nordy, Malenko, Watchful. We have a lot of choices today. What you guys think we should react? We keep seeing lots of votes for Malenko. You guys think of Malenko today? Should we go support Malenko? It is a rather rare opportunity to get to raid him. Very rare. So I think we're going to take advantage of the rare opportunity. I would love to get to raid Malenko. I don't think we've ever raided... I mean, we might have raided him once. Long ago. Very rare. Okay, let's, say hi to Mr. Malenko. Has he really been live for 2 hours? Wow. Doing Malenko things. We'll save raiding F. Nordy and Watchful for another time. They stream a lot, and they're really good guys, but I would love to get to raid to Malenko. Let's do that today. I wouldn't worry about Greg and any videos that may pertain to his future in the immediate future, because I'm sure Greg is living the good life. Let's pull up my stream manager. Watchful is very early today. Let's pull up the stream manager. Spelled Malenko wrong. Sköll, can you rate Malenko for me? I can't seem to find his channel. To make Greg part of the lore. Greg is already part of the lore. He is family. And Ohana means you don't leave family behind or something like that. We can't leave Greg behind. I'm having such a hard time rating Malenko. There we go. Your predictions, right? Greg runs directly, at least seem to be part of the heroes. All the heroes. Can't be better. Yeah, exactly. He's doing great. I wouldn't worry about the machinations behind the scenes that may be driving these events forward. And the villains or heroes that may be behind the scenes moving the things apart. But I hope you all had a great day today. And if not, there's always tomorrow. I hope to see you then. I'll be in the Discord hanging out. Probably will take a dip to get some other things done. Prediction started? What? What's a prediction? What is that? What do I predict it? What? Hold on a moment. What just happened? Where did my raid screen go? Catch you later. Sorry, can't go with the raid. We're coming on in a minute. That's okay. You guys enjoy your stream. You have fun, Lady Elric, okay? You guys enjoy that. What? I don't know what we're predicting. It's overwrote my screen. I can't click the raid button. What advanced technologies is this? I'm telling you guys, technology is going too far. We can predict things. It says MrFearless. Predict with channel points. What does this mean? Why am I here with this bombshell right at the end here? It still raids. I hope so.